Damn, what drugs was Adam Gase on in the Jets interview, though? LFAO. Hey, Fleece. Hey, we gonna talk about this, man. We gonna talk about this, man. This was, hey, it's a lot to talk about with that press conference, man. It's two things I want to talk about in particular. First and foremost, I want to talk about Gase's buggy eyes and reactions and stuff. We're gonna talk about that, and we're gonna talk about what Gase said about the comment about sacrificing stats for wins, guys. So those are the two topics we're gonna talk about with Gase in relation to the Miami Dolphins, guys. So again, I'm gonna wait about maybe 30 more seconds for individuals to come in the room, and then we'll go ahead and get started, man. Gase was definitely high in that Jets presser. What's up, Fins Nation? What up, Pure Fins? Maybe Adam is missing Miami already. Man, see that like Jim Caldwell coming to us as an assistant. He can help mentor a rookie and like he did with Luck. They say not an assistant, but more so as an advisor. But I do too, man. What's up, Paul Webster? What up, Adam? Shout out to you, man. The memes of Gase already are instant classics, man. What up, Serena? Oh man, hey, who do you think is going to be the new coach? Abdullah, man, you way behind, man. Flores is gonna be the new coach. They're just waiting on him to either lose or win the Super Bowl so that they can announce it. The press conference was a comedy show for Miami fans. Nah, fresh cut. Antonio Brown to Miami. Antonio Brown ain't coming to Miami. Man, ever since the Miami Miracle, I broke my freaking mic, man. I'm going to have to just buy another one because I can't get the base. I tried to rig the base, but now it's coming to an end, man. Y'all pray for my mic, man. Y'all pray for my mic. It is what it is. The stand, at least. It's going to be edging down. But anyway, all right, guys. Let's go ahead and get started, man. Why do teams keep hiring Pat's assistants? You got to say, why not? You can't judge other assistants just off of one because that one didn't work out, So why not, man? What's up, Rick? So, TD, do you think we're going to tank this year for the QB in the 2020 draft? I'm actually going to talk about that on the very next video, please, about next year. Are we tanking or not, man? Are you sold on the current moves? Yes, I'm beyond sold. We're going to explain all that on the next video when I go live right after this one, man. But hold on one second, guys. I forgot to actually put that down, too. All right. Rick Bush from Brazil. Shout out to you, man. Are you okay with Tank or Tua? O-line this year, worry. Hey, we're going to talk about it in the next video, guys. But, hey, let's stick to Gase real quick, okay? All right, so I got mixed emotions, y'all. I got mixed emotions. And mind, y'all, I might be looking away from y'all because it's a habit. I broke my laptop yesterday. I broke my laptop, literally. Well, literally, I'm blaming it on my 2-year-old for getting in my way. But I broke my laptop. So I have another one, but that's being used for something else right now. Actually, it's in the car. But I broke my laptop, but it's at least the screen came. Anyway, I have it hooked up to one of my TVs and a monitor. So I'm looking to my left because the laptop is actually – the screen is showing on the monitor. So if it gets weird, man, y'all forgive me, man. Just forgive me. As far as my eyes, maybe that's messing me up looking like Gase. I'm supposed to be looking at y'all, but I keep looking at the monitor to read y'all comments. So, all right, let's talk about Gase's situation, all right? I'm mixed on it. First off, I'm not the one to jump to speculations or anything like that, okay? First of all, let's address his buggy eyes, okay? His buggy eyes. All right. When I saw it, the first thing that came to mind was Chris Forrester. I think it's Chris Forrester, whoever the O-line coach was that got caught with the video of the little female in California sending it in of him doing coke or whatever. That's the first thing I thought of. I'm like, man, is that what it is? Is all the coaches, what's going on? Maybe Matt Burke too. Maybe coaches, maybe owners need to just come in. Because I was looking at the Jets owners in the GM. And I'm looking at them, look at Adam Gase. Adam Gase is answering questions like this. But forget Adam Gase. Look at those two on his side. They literally looking at this man like this. They like looking at him weird. And I'm like, oh my God, this is just bad. This is bad. But TD don't like coming to Gase's defense, but I'm going to come to his defense. Because I'm not going to say it's a Chris Forster situation of him doing some type of, drug or anything. I don't know. It ain't my business. To each his own, okay? But I will say this. It made me go back and look at other Gase press conferences. It wasn't far off, y'all. The reason why we don't notice those eyes always like that, because Gase is always wearing a baseball cap. He is always wearing a baseball cap. And when you look under there, those eyes be open, man. They be open. Now, I ain't trying to make an excuse for him, but it's always like that. Then I looked at some interviews with him without the cap. It wasn't as bad, but you can still see that, but that still may not excuse the simple fact that Chris Forster, I don't know. I don't know if it's the same situation. I ain't the one to say that, okay? I just want to get that out the way. As far as the buggy eyes, he on the memes already. New York, have fun with that, okay? But the real thing I want to talk about is what Lenny S. just put in the comment section. Yo, what heck did Gase mean when he said he sacrificed stats for wins? This is where, when I first heard it, I had to think, because I don't usually go straight into judging situations, but I had to think. But before I could think, I saw videos on it and people saying this and that, and rightfully so. Everybody has their conclusion, but I start reading people's comments and stuff, and I think a lot of people are actually wrong on this one. TD, sometimes I just have totally different perspectives, but I at least explain why. And when I explain why, some people still like, no, TD, that ain't it. Or some people say, man, I never thought of it that way. Good point. You made a good point on this. You made a good point on that. The ways you don't think of it. And I thought about it in the conclusion I came up with. Gase wasn't wrong. What he said made absolute sense to me with sacrificing stats for wins. Because a lot of people ripped him apart. What do you mean sacrificing stats for wins? Man, I'm glad he's gone. This is why we were losing. He's a bum. This, that, this, right? So I evaluated. Let me break down what I believe Gase meant, and I have evidence of why that's what he meant. So before everyone jumps on him, I know some of y'all already jumped on him for saying it. Some of y'all already. So ain't nothing wrong with you jumping on him for saying it, because it's how he said it. But I'm going to tell you what he meant, and you all might understand. But it also reconfirms everything I've been telling y'all all this time. Let's break it down. Gase says, I want y'all to really think about it. Gase says, they said, Gase, so what happened in Miami? I mean, what was the reason you couldn't get it done? Especially in this last season or whatever. He started out by saying, the injuries, we sustained some massive injuries, X, Y, and Z, players, this and that. And, we had to sacrifice stats for wins. And that would make one scratch your head like, you're a bum. I can't believe you said that. It just doesn't make any sense. But you really got to think about it, man. You really got to think about it. He was spot on with that. They were sacrificing stats to try to win. Let me explain to you. I want y'all to put in the comment section. Turnovers is only stat I see was a positive side. Turnovers is the only stat I see was a positive side. That's even furthermore. You're right on, but watch this. I want y'all to put in this comment section, okay? Forget all the hate. Forget all the hate about Tannehill and this and that. Let's just, as Dolphin fans for a second, let's keep it 100, okay? What is the biggest problem we have on the team? What is the biggest problem we have on the team? Y'all put it in the comment section. Put it in the comment section. What is the biggest problem that we've had on the team for the longest now? Put it in the comment section. Please put it in the comment section. Trenches. Yes, sir. Offensive line. O-line. Guys, I knew somebody was going to come with QB. Whatever. But we all know the biggest issues that we've had for the longest has been the offensive line. Now, when a coach said we had to sacrifice stats for wins, it all hit home for me. Wow, that makes total sense now. Now I understand what Gase was doing all this time. The stuff we were complaining about, he was actually sacrificing stats for wins. Because, man, the Miami Miracle casualty, man. You're a Miami Miracle casualty. Hold on, man. Let me just keep it right here so I can still have it here, all right? Listen, we sacrifice stats for wins. It all makes sense now. The O-line is the biggest problem on the team, right? Everybody's complaining about, like Charles Edwards just said, quick hitches and bubble screens. We run so many bubble screens. We run so many quick hitches. We run the ball on 3rd and 12. Quick passes. Why can't we ever go downfield? Why can't we ever go like midfield, 20 yards down the field, right? We were complaining about this all this time. And now I'm putting 2 and 2 together. If the offensive line is your biggest problem, and y'all know that our offensive line gave no quarterback, no matter who was back there, more than 2.5 seconds on a consistent basis, or average, right? We tried so many times going deep, and this is what it is. Every time we drew up a play where we were going to take a shot, it ended up being a sack. Every time we took a shot for 15 plus yards, the quarterback is under pressure. It's supposed to go to the left, but the pressure made him roll out to the right. It was always something with the O-line in the rush. We couldn't have a deep game. We just couldn't get anything going as far as a deep ball game or mid-range game. We just couldn't. All the big plays that other teams get to enjoy, even if they're unsuccessful, they at least take the shots. But you know what? If you notice, I could probably even go out on a limb and say the last 8 games of the season, we like never took a shot downfield. I mean, like never. I mean, maybe once or twice a game, when on average, every team at least taking about 7 shots. And let me give you the evidence behind it. Y'all been hearing, if you've been on this channel for a while, y'all been hearing me say this a lot. Why are we running plays where we got 7-man protection and 3 men are about to run a route and all of them going deep? I'm like, Adam Gase, why are you running these plays and we don't have time? But to be fair to him, that was few in between. We didn't run a lot of deep plays at all. We didn't run deep plays at all. And when those moments happened, we didn't even realize that's when they were trying, but a sack. Like literally, receivers were running their route deep, and by the time they turned their head, our quarterback was already getting off the ground. That means, literally, our receivers didn't even make it to 10 yards down the field in some cases before our quarterback was already on the ground. They got a 30-yard deep route, and our quarterback is on the ground by the time they're at the 13, 14, or 15 yards deep. And it's like, at some point, it's like, we're wasting plays. Like, literally, it's not going to work. With this O-line, nothing deep will ever work. We are wasting. Every time we try it, it is a wasted play. It is literally a wasted play. You might as well say, Miami don't have 3 downs. Most of the time, we got 2 downs. Because when we take shots like that, it is a wasted play. Never was going to work. Never was going to work. Never. So what did Adam Gase and them end up doing? They end up going in their coaching corner on a bye week, somewhere around week 8, And they're like, listen, we can't, I know we're last in the league in passing yards and this and that, batting it, all these stats. Forget the stats. If we're going after stats, trying to go deep and make some explosive plays and this and that, it's just not going to work. We need to stop worrying about those stats. And let's try to win games. Let's do what we probably can handle. And I think he got a taste of that in week 5 with Albert Wilson. You know, hey, let's just keep it respectable. Because we had no deep balls in that game. One that got picked. And that was Osweiler to the right. He literally said, hey, man, let's just try to stay in the game. Let's try to get some yards. If we can get in field goal range, get a field goal. If we can dink and dunk to get all the way down there and get a touchdown, we get it. And we run the ball effective, let's go get it. But let's stop this deep ball stuff. We are literally just wasting plays because nothing deep is working because we don't even have time for anything deep to even develop. It's not even possible to develop. And these teams on 3rd, now I understand why he was running it on 3rd and 12. I still wouldn't have ran it on 3rd and 12. I would have still taken a shot. But if you think about it, 3rd and 12, they're sitting in 6. The other 5 DBs, 4 of them are lined up on that 12, that first down marker. But they're sitting in 6. And they got a safety up top. Down, said, hut. By the time every man gets 10 yards in, the quarterback already under pressure. It's like even a 15-yard pass on the 3rd and 12 is like impossible. So that's why it was straight up. We had to sacrifice stats to try to get wins. Forget going deep. Forget all those explosive play stats. It's not going to work because we tried, it ain't working. Let's sacrifice that crap, get rid of it. Let's just play manageable football. Hey, can we get 6 yards here? Let's just try to get 4 yards plus every play. Can I get some yards here? Can I get some yards here? Can I get some yards here? That's exactly what he meant. That's exactly what he meant. I know people find it very easy to get on him right now because you hate him. It's easy to hate him. You don't like him because we lost. But everybody wants to ignore what this team went through with the injuries hit. The transformation this team went through when the injuries hit. The huge transformation we went through. How come in the first 3 games, literally, we throwing strikes for 15 yards, 17 yards, deep ball, short balls, running the ball. Actually, we felt like, oh, man, you know, we got a good offense. We balanced. You know, we hit Kenny Stills at the corner of the end zone. I mean, we doing some stuff. And now all of a sudden, O-line goes out. Why aren't we even trying to make the big play? You notice every single big play we had started from a short pass. Even Albert Wilson against the Bears. 3 one-yard passes went 60 yards on average each. Miami Miracle wasn't even a Hail Mary. 17 yards, blah, 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 blah. Nothing deep. Nothing deep. And that's why they didn't even try to Hail Mary. We better off running a play, the play with the laterals. Because at the end of the day, I don't even think our quarterback going to have time to throw a Hail Mary. I don't even think he's going to have time to throw a Hail Mary. That's what he meant when he said that. I know people beating him up. Oh, look at this. That's the stupidest thing I ever heard. Okay, I'm just looking at the facts. This is what my brain registers. Y'all may disagree, but it's what my brain registers. I understand exactly what he meant by that. We had to sacrifice stats, and the goal was to minimize turnovers, try to minimize turnovers so we can stay in the game and give ourselves a chance at the end. I had to sacrifice all those stats to try to get wins. Just keep it respectable, kind of rely on the defense, and keep the game close so we can get wins. That also may explain why we never went for it on maybe good situational 4th downs. We got to keep the game manageable because if we don't get it, this game is over. We need to punt it so we can at least keep it manageable and try to stop them on defense all the way down the field. So that's what I believe Gase meant when he said that, man. I know a lot of people ripping that comment he said apart, and but I want you to really consider what I was saying in that regards. I think I understand exactly what he meant. When I put 2 and 2 together, it made total sense to me. We had to sacrifice stats to try to get wins because there was no other way to get wins. Nothing was open downfield. And even if it was open, we didn't have time to throw the ball downfield. It was just terrible. It was really terrible, man. Let me see what y'all was saying about it. Let me see. No time for plays to develop. The fans, I saw your favorite movie, Rain Man, last night. Oh. Remember left tackle Richmond Webb and left guard Keith Sims. They protected Dan Marino blindside. I totally agree. That's not entirely true. Okay, Tannehill sometime overthrow passes. I'm going to leave that alone. Every quarterback sometimes overthrows passes. That don't mean you totally disregard the game. Hell, I saw Mahomes last week overthrow passes and underthrow passes. So, I mean, every quarterback has those moments, you know? But at the end of the day, that still don't mean you go through a game where you don't even try to go deep. It's obvious why. If he's your quarterback, regardless, you don't have a game where I'm never going to try to go deep again because Tannehill overthrew a pass here or there. No, that's not the case, man. And T. Hill cannot continue to run around on these knees. That too. Tannehill's deep ball declined a bit this year too. Well, why you say his deep ball declined a bit this year? Because he didn't even have opportunities? You can't say T. Hill's deep ball declined as far as his skill. You can't say that because the shots were never even taken. The shots weren't even being taken. So I'm not understanding why we're bringing this back to Tannehill right now. The reality is that's not why Gase wasn't throwing deep because of Tannehill. Go look at the film. Go look at how many times receivers, when they turned around hoping the ball was about to be on the way, the quarterback was already getting up. Not like they turned around and he's under pressure and getting sacked. No, they were turning around and linemen were already helping him up. They like, man, he must have been sacked. Come on, man. He had like 2 deep balls. Why not? Why not? We ain't got no O-line. And then when I keep showing y'all, I keep literally showing y'all. Maybe I need to try to pull up some highlights of it, man. We ran schemes sometimes where literally 7 men on the line of scrimmage to block. On a 4-man, like literally, like on a 4-man front. And then they look like they coming up to send a blitz. 3 receivers. All 3 of them running deep routes. And literally, he's sacked before they even get 15 yards down the field. But you see them, they keep running for another 15 yards, not even realizing he was sacked 15 yards ago, homie. He was sacked 15 yards ago. And y'all the ones making this about Tannehill. This ain't nothing about Tannehill to me. This is about Adam Gase and the reason why he was game planning the way he was. Because at the end of the day, if you got a quarterback that you feel can't throw the deep ball, which is false, Tannehill has proven it now. He has proven it. He has literally proven it. You can't find more than 5 deep ball overthrows by Tannehill. I can, and don't say, yeah, I can. Go do it first. Email me, then we'll talk. You can't. You can't. It's ridiculous, man. It's like y'all moving the goalposts to make him and Gase even look worse. Like just to support your narrative of not liking him anyway. I don't understand that, man. The Jets are not that dysfunctional. They're just mediocre and play in the same division as the Patriots. Pops, I do not like the movie. Miami is going to have to tank and draft the QB. Y'all, why are we talking? What are we talking about? Fix that, and the production of wide receivers, tight ends will improve greatly. Tannehill is finished. Okay. A good way to measure a QB is his completion percentage on 3rd down. How is a good way to measure a QB of his completion percentage on 3rd down? How is that a good way to measure a QB if he ain't got time to throw the ball? Y'all are delusional. It's just ridiculous. Y'all are ridiculous. Put Brady, who is not mobile, has to stay in the pocket with our O-line on 3rd and 15, and they sending 6. With our O-line now. Come on. They sending 6. It doesn't matter. Y'all tell me a good way to grade a quarterback is his completion percentage on 3rd down. No, sir. No, sir. It depends on what team you play for. Literally. You want to know what the Chargers' completion percentage was on 3rd down against the Patriots? Do you want to go through that? So should we measure Phillip Rivers off of that? I don't know. Jim Caldwell is a great hire. Tannehill knows that this is his last year. I want to know what team he will go to next year. I have no idea if it is. What up, big homie TD? Shout out to you, Raw Hunter. Dolphins are tanking in 2020. Think y'all got the wrong. Y'all read headlines too much. That's all. Too many 3-and-outs because that changes time of possession and total plays and being out of the free defense because the field too long. Then turnovers go away. You can play aggressive. That's a good point. Come on, man. I don't know where you want me to go. Can we get you for our head coach this year, please? No, we got a head coach, and I'm happy about him. What up, Reggie? He is responsible. Take him out. That's true. Understandable. The fan, oh, well, it just reminds me of when, y'all talk about something else. Man, let me go down to the bottom, man. Yeah, man, the best franchise in the world. Bro, Tannehill is 0-5 in Buffalo. That's an important game to get to postseason. Real one, Jim Boone, why do y'all throw stats and don't show the full picture? If he's 0-5 in Buffalo, what is Brady's record in Miami? Do you see what I'm saying? But do we look at Brady that way? No, because Brady's in the postseason. So why would you say that's an important game to get to the postseason? It's important for Brady to win in Miami too. But they still in. So y'all, see what y'all do? I don't understand why y'all do it though. Y'all will bring, if y'all see something that say, oh, Tannehill is 0-5 in Miami. Yes, I get to use that. There's bigger pictures, man. Y'all stop just going off of headlines. There's a lot of information, but most people don't have the time nor energy to dissect it. So what do? They stick to headlines or big things that was thrown out there, man. Come on, man. Brian Flores is a temporary head coach. He will be fired in 2 years. The Fins will win. He's our head coach. I believe they signed him on a temporary basis if it don't work out. But if he brings a lot to the table, he's long-term. You're right. This is that opportunity of we're going to bring you up. If you can surprise us, then we got you. Hey, you're a long-term coach. If not, we made this move to be safe just in case you don't. I agree. But if he turns out, he's long-term. TD, you had a good idea. Show T Hill film so people can finally see our point. Your point, sorry. Man, I got to go on that other platform to pull it up, man. TD, what do you think of Gase press conference out of 100%? What percentage to you was BS? I don't think any of it was BS. It was what it was. The man just saying what he believed. I really don't. My logic behind sacrificing stats for wins, I understood what he said. People just couldn't put 2 and 2 together and dissect that, so they just automatically called it stupid. People couldn't dissect that, so they just automatically said he's stupid. I'm glad we don't have him. That was a dumb answer. Look, that's why we lost, because he say stupid stuff like that. I just don't think people could comprehend what he said. And that's the saddest thing even about this world. When you can't comprehend something, you call it stupid. You call it dumb. When you don't understand or see, people don't say, what did you mean by it? They just automatically drew their conclusion. They didn't say, what did he mean? They just drew their conclusion. Come on, man. What stats, though? We had horrible stats. Exactly, because he sacrificed them. We're not worried about stats. We're not trying to be a top offense throwing bombs down the field. We're not trying to do this and that because we can't anyway. So let's try to dink and dunk, try to be try to be in the game in the fourth quarter. That's what Gase tried to do. And to be fair, in a lot of the games we lost, we were in it in the fourth quarter. Maybe 2 or 3 we got blown out, but outside of that, literally, GGG, you got to start this stream from the beginning for me. I've already explained it. I've already explained it. You're wasting your breath, TD. I know, David. I know. People, a lot of people, they just don't see this a lot. I keep on saying the same thing. A lot of people, it's just so sad in today's world. They will go at all costs not to be wrong. The same people that be like, you see this? Gase is stupid. Then they hear my logic, even if it made sense to them, be like, oh, I didn't think of it that way. But no, that ain't the case. Just so that they don't have to be wrong. So they don't have to feel wrong. That's what most people do these days. It's sad. It's sad, man. I mean, the evidence is there. The evidence is there. I mean, I don't even think some people even go watch film of the Miami Dolphins. When we lose a game, do you even go watch the film and look at the plays and why we lost? Like, really? Before we even look at the film, we just name a name and say it's their fault. It's crazy, man. It's just, to me, it is. It's just crazy, man. Let me see what is happening. I am curious. No, you have to back it up, man. It's a lot to explain, but we were talking about Gase's comment. I had to sacrifice stats for wins. And people don't understand that. Check out Anthony Saba breakdown best film. I always check out Anthony Saba. I saw he made a video on this too. What wins though? Exactly. But at the end of the day, GGG, just because we didn't get the wins, he also, see, y'all have selective hearing on what people say. All y'all heard was the thing that you didn't like he said, and it didn't matter all the small detail he said. All the small detail didn't matter. It just gave you the ammunition. See, I told you he was dumb. See, I'm glad we don't have him. Then he started clarifying. Y'all want to ignore all that. GGG, you want to know what wins? He said, we tried our best to just stay in games in fourth quarters and try to have a chance to win at that point. And it didn't work out that way. That's the wins. He sacrificed stats to try to get wins. He didn't say I sacrificed stats to get the wins I got. He said I sacrificed stats to try to win, try to get wins. Try to get wins. Don't mean you're going to get them, but try to get wins. So that's the wins he's talking about, the ones he were trying to get. He didn't want to be blown out every game for wasting plays. He wanted to go into the fourth quarter at least having a chance. In so many games, he still had a chance in the fourth quarter. That I have to give him. Have to give it to him. He still went in the fourth quarter, at least having a chance in a lot of those games. Yes, some of them were blowouts, but that was just typical bad play Miami Dolphins. But a lot of those games, we still went in the fourth quarter having a chance. And if it didn't work out, it didn't work out. But I tell you what, if he said we're not going to sacrifice stats, we would have been trying to go deep so much more. Tannehill would have had so many more sacks. All that stuff would have been, we were literally wasting plays, y'all. It's no difference if y'all been with me. I don't know how long all y'all been with me on TD Fins Talk. But everybody who's been with me on TD Fins Talk for a good point of this season, do y'all remember when Brock was at the helm? Brock had like 2 games or 3 games, and I'm like, man, I'm trying to preach to people, but they won't listen. And then I start yelling on every stream on Sunday. Every stream on Sunday, I kept on screaming. Stop throwing the ball farther than 15 yards. Brock cannot make a completion past 15. Do y'all remember that? Please tell me if you've been here with me long enough and y'all been on my live streams, you heard me yelling every week with Brock, stop calling plays where Brock Osweiler is throwing the ball past 15 yards. The man can't make a 15-yard plus completion work if he had to save his life for it. You can't tell me you don't remember that if you've been with me most of this season. Every week. It was and then what conclusion did I come up with on these streams? Guys, do y'all see that we're literally wasting plays? Like this man done tried 15-yard passes 20 times and only got one. Do you realize how many plays we wasted? I don't care if we ran the ball and got 2 yards. That's a plus over what we're doing. It's the same logic. At some point, a coach has to say, I got a quarterback that can't complete a pass past 15 yards. So why am I continuing to try? I'm not going after them stats. We need to try to win. Let's put them in a good position to dink and dunk. Same thing when Tannehill was in the game. I don't have an O-line that will even give him time to even throw deep. So why am I going to keep calling deep plays when every time I do, I am wasting plays? Hopefully that explained it to y'all. Hopefully that explained it to y'all. I told y'all to let's roll with Brock all year. We could have been 5-11. Hey, you got a good point, Pete. If we'd have rolled with Brock all year, we would have been 5-11. Better draft pick, right? But that shows you the difference. That at least shows you the difference. It at least shows you the difference. I'm trying to make common sense of this all, and some of y'all can't even comprehend what I just said. Like literally. Some of y'all understand the logic. I don't have to be right, y'all. I might be wrong. Maybe he was just on something and he just talking out his mind. But it made perfect sense for me. And I'm sorry if I registered it to make sense, and some of y'all don't. But I don't understand. If you were a coach and every time you call a player 15 yards or more, your quarterback can't make the throw, you going to keep calling it? Or you going to sacrifice some stats and try to make things manageable and do something smaller so that we can at least have a chance to win? Just have a chance. Like, come on, man. It's ridiculous, man. Live look at Gase press conference. You're right. He look on something. Yeah, maybe. Sacrifice stats was on both sides of the ball, offense and defense. Possibly. Bend, I could even say that. You might be right, Pete, even on defense. Bend but don't break. But we kept bending so much that eventually we end up breaking anyway. Why Tannehill injuries? The trenches. Please fix trenches. Paul, they don't want to talk about the trenches. They just want to talk about the injuries, man. They just want to talk about, they don't want to talk about trenches. My bad. They just want to talk about Tannehill. I have no idea. Tannehill would get to shine this season with Flores getting things in check. If he's there, Josh, I mean, listen, I believe Tannehill's going to be back. People can say all they want. Matter of fact, people just going to be hurting their feelings, man. If Tannehill comes back this year, y'all already know TD going to laugh in a lot of y'all face and say, I told you. If they move on from him, I'm going to say, hey, they going in a different direction. I was wrong. But I really think he's going to be back next year. I just really do. Everybody like TD, you need to give up on it. He's out of here. Okay. Why? Because you want him out of here, and then you've heard 5 different people also say it, so now you're confident? Come on, man. TD, what's your phone number, bro? Email me, Matthew. I'll send it to you. Brock body is stronger than Tannehill at this point, but both backups suck, to be fair. Brock can't throw past 15 yards. I can care less. He can be Superman. He can't throw past 15 yards. Was the sacrifice really worth it with only 7 wins? Imagine if he didn't sacrifice. It would be even worse. But listen, let me tell you why it was worth it for Gase. But, hey, Matthew, shout out for the donation, by the way. I appreciate you, homie. But let me tell you why it was worth it for Gase. Gase already knew. How many times I got to break this down for you? Everything I'm saying makes total sense. Gase already knew, man. Matthew with another donation, man. Hey, man, I appreciate you, man. But Gase already knew, y'all. He already knew. Before the season even started, him and Greer, they were fighting. Not fighting, but you know they were bumping heads. Greer said, listen, man, let's just stay steady, keep rebuilding. We ain't got to look for this year to go to the Super Bowl. Let's just be a little more competitive and keep building. And Gase was like, man, but I think we're right here. Just give me this piece. Give me Sitton. Give me Kilgore. Forget that next draft pick, man. Give me Sitton. Give me Kilgore. Use that money on them. Use this. Do this. And he wanted it now. And I can tell you now what Greer did. Greer said, all right, just remember your job depends on it. So when Gase was rolling 3-0 and things looked good with his squad, everybody was starting to believe. Because even the Dolphin fans, same old stuff, they finally woke up. Oh, man, we looking like something. Then the Patriots beat us. All of them went back in their cave. Whatever, right? But Gase knew, man, things are falling apart. I'm losing players. I got to do something now. And we throwing deep, but we can't even throw deep balls. The O-line screwing us. I have to adjust to win now. Because if I don't win now, Gase already knew he wasn't going to be back if he didn't win now. I didn't know that at the time because I thought that Ross gave him a pass by saying, keep your head up and keep grinding. I understand what's going on. But Gase knew I got to win now or I'm out of here. And man, I gambled and got bit because look at all these injuries. But I still got to win now to save my job. We got to sacrifice these stats and try to get wins. The only thing on my mind is wins. Not just keeping it steady. The only thing on his mind was wins. He didn't care about, hey, we'll keep it the way it is, and if we don't do well, we get a better draft pick. Gase didn't care nothing about no next year draft because he knew he had already had that battle that said, trust me, if you give me what I need, we going far. We gonna be competitive. Fans are gonna be excited about us making the playoffs, everything. And Greer said, I'm gonna give you what you want. But just remember, it might cost you your job if it don't. And Gase said, hey, it is what it is. Let's go. And he got bit. The injuries bit him. That's why some people like, man, we should have given him one more year with the team coming back healthy. Now he ain't have another year. So that's why. So when people say, was it worth it? Yeah, it was worth it for Gase. He wasn't, because Gase knew the outcome. Gase knew the injuries that we sustained, it's not likely for us to make the playoffs at this point. Yeah, we're up. We still got a winning record. Hell, I mean, it was a point what were we? 4-2? We still got a winning record. We 4-2. But looking at the rest of the schedule and the major injuries we had, it's not likely to make it. He knew that. But what did he say? But hey, we're going to try because I know this is it for me either way. If I get there, I'm good. If I don't, they don't care nothing about that because I delayed what Greer had in mind for long term. And not to mention, he already warned me about this. What if you start having injuries and it all come down? Well, I don't already argue with him. I don't care nothing about that. We're not gonna have that. We're gonna be all right. Just give me this squad. Now I'm the one that said that squad could have actually went to the playoffs and did very well. I don't know if it was Super Bowl ready. I believe it was, but who knows? But I think without the injuries, boy, we was gonna be dangerous. And so I understand what Gase was coming for. But he got bit. He got bit. He took a chance, and Greer tried to warn him. And what did Stephen Ross do? I didn't decide until the night before that I wanted to fire Gase. Well, then why did you fire him? Because he wanted to win now. Our own owner said because he wanted to win now. If some of y'all cared about winning now, then that should have shook your core. Then what's the problem? We want to win now. No. Stephen Ross is a billionaire businessman. He understands that you got to build an organization to make long, sustained profits, not just go after this year's profit and then take losses for the next 10 years. No, that's not how it works. What are your thoughts on Caldwell, TD? What should you expect from him if hired? First of all, a lot of people are coming out saying that he's going to be an assistant coach. But the reports came out that he's not even coming in as a coaching role, but as an advisor. As an advisor. From my understanding, an advisor of the GM. I don't know why people were making it seem like, he's going to be the coach and Flores is going to be the puppet. I don't see it that way. I love it, though. I love it. You bring in experience, someone who knows the game, someone who knows talent. I love it. I really do. I really do. I love it. I love the move. I'm excited about it, actually, because Flores, let me tell you what this does. This move wasn't just for Caldwell in the front office. This move was to help protect Flores as well. I think Flores has an understanding that he's going to come in, he's going to run the show, but, and that's a huge but, y'all, I think finally we are going to be able to put a coach in a position just like Bill Belichick, y'all. Finally. And some of y'all don't know what I'm talking about when I say that. See, Belichick got it made, man. People don't understand. Belichick has it made. He has it made. Belichick don't focus on the offense. Belichick don't focus on the defense. Belichick don't focus on special teams. Belichick focuses on everything with one focus in mind: his coaches. Pro under pressure, Belichick is the greatest coach ever. I'm actually giving him credit. Let me finish, homie. Belichick focuses on the team and with emphasis on his coaches. Belichick knows how an organization needs to be run. Belichick knows how an organization needs to be run, man. Belichick coaches the coaches to deliver the messages to the players. And if they ever need reinforcement, they talk about it in meetings. And if the defensive coordinator is having a problem with X, Y, and Z, or trying to deliver this message and getting people to believe in this, they talk about that in a meeting. And Belichick says, okay, we'll handle that tomorrow. They don't talk about how. Belichick got it already. The defensive coordinator is handling the defense, not Belichick. I know he's a defensive coach, but not Belichick. Belichick handles everything on that team indirectly, not directly, indirectly. Let the coaches do their job, and it's my job to make sure the coaches are great. It's a trickle effect. I love it. And I think that we're finally going to have Flores and put him in that role, what a real head coach can do. I have never respected a head coach that sit on the sideline as the offensive coordinator calling plays during the game. I hate it. To me, you're not a head coach. You're just an offensive coordinator with the title. You are an offensive coordinator with the title. And then you're literally masking your inability to actually be a leader. Because if you were a leader, you would have a developed offensive coordinator that's calling the right plays, and you sit back. This is what a coach is supposed to do. My offensive coordinator's over here, and my defensive coordinator's over here. All the offense is back there, all the defense is back there. When this is the offensive time on the field, I'm right here on the sideline with him, but I'm watching him. I'm seeing what he do. I'm studying what he do. He's calling this play in this situation. I wonder why. I'm not going to question it, though, right now. He literally is studying and coaching his coaches. Belichick is sitting there watching the offensive coordinator call a game, and the offensive coordinator may be making a lot of mistakes in that game, but the Patriots won 30-23. And people think, oh, it's good. But on Tuesday, Belichick is in the office like, okay, I got my weekly meeting with you, offensive coordinator. I got my weekly meeting with you, defensive coordinator. I got my weekly meeting with the GM, whatever. But when the offensive coordinator comes in the office on Tuesday for their weekly meeting, all right, so we had a good week. The defense did X, Y, and Z. Tell me, what was your thought process on this play in this situation? The offensive coordinator, well, I thought that this, that, and this. Well, do you think that it might have been better at this and that? I don't know. It's your offense, but I'm just trying to understand your thought process. And he's not telling them what to do. He's offering suggestions or thought processes. At the end of the day, it's still your decision. I'm not taking power from you. It's still your decision. But I am coaching you. I am coaching you. So in this situation right here, what do you think would have happened if we would have ran this? Well, maybe, it might have worked, this and that. Well, given that the last previous possessions they had did X, Y, and Z, do you think that it was a good chance that we could have got there sooner if we had ran that? And coach is literally humble because they learned it from a master. I never thought of it that way. Just an opportunity, something to think about. I want you to feel the game. Look at what they're doing and look at all your opportunities throughout the week. Look at the opportunities that you have. And then whenever you want to, in a situation like that, call in and see what happens. Because you might have had a great opportunity. But great win this week. But I want you, he's coaching, man. He's coaching. That's what a head coach does. Not on the freaking field. All right, we running this now. We running that now. The only time a head coach steps in and take over is if we're he don't even take over in regular season games. He don't even take over in regular season games. If you know that Belichick just always over there looking at the scoreboard, looking kind of funny, looking at stuff, and then, he's there. He's clapping them on the way from the sideline. If he sees something, he's literally talking. He's not talking about right now. He's talking about, hey, I want you to mark this down on film right here, this moment right here. He's so far ahead, man. He's so far ahead. And not until the Miami Dolphins get a coach that can actually be a head coach, you give when you want to come in, that's why the Andy Reids of the world and stuff like that, I'm never really too high on. You're one of the best, like an Andy Reid. You're one of the best offensive coordinators of all time, right? You get named the head coach, but you was never meant to be a head coach. You should have just went to the Chiefs and been the offensive coordinator, but hey, that's how their organization is ran. He's the head coach, but he's also going to do the coordinator job. But that's why usually people under him aren't being developed like that. They usually aren't getting that. Now, some of them end up being great anyway, but they're not getting developed to be a football mind. Because he's not literally coaching them, like letting them do their thing. He's taking the reins. Ain't it funny how we had an offensive coordinator, but Gase calling all the plays? What in the hell is he there for? To babysit? And just do all the hard work in practice yelling? I do this. What are you doing? Your inside technique. He don't even have we don't even have an organization where we can develop other coaches. Ain't it crazy how Belichick losing all his coaches, but they keep on coming up. They keep getting promoted. That's why if any of y'all ever want to be a coach in this league and you want to start at the bottom, you want to go be a scout assistant for the Patriots because it's going to be faster to move up because so many are getting shipped out. So many getting shipped out. Vance Joseph got the job solely because our defense was good. That's it. Not because he had a track record of having been developed or anything like that. And then people ask questions like, why do they keep taking Belichick's coaches from his coaching tree? This is why. Now Vance Joseph looking for a job. Well, who took him? Somebody. But literally, I'm watching the Broncos GM today literally say out his own mouth, and I almost cringed. He said, I made a mistake on BJ. I was like, what? Like, where's the respect to be like, things weren't the same. It just didn't work out. He literally said, I just have to admit I made a mistake with BJ. And I don't like to say that, but he literally said this. I made a mistake with Vance Joseph. And I don't like to say that, but he's a good coach, but I just made a mistake with him for our organization. What? I've never heard the GM just straight out, I made a mistake with VJ. Oh my God. Oh my, yes, he said that today. Go look it up. Straight up. Straight up. No filter. I made a mistake with VJ. We don't even have a system where we're developing our coaches. Even if their roster wasn't playoff worthy. The man literally said, I made a mistake with VJ. So what do you want me to say? The GM. Do you know who that GM is? Let me see if y'all know football. Do you know who that GM is? Somebody who got all the credibility he need in the world. Nobody question it. Y'all tell me in the comments. Let me see how many football heads. Who the GM in Denver that said it today? Got all the credibility in the world. Big name. Elway. John Elway. I made a mistake with VJ. Boy, I was shocked. I almost fell over on the couch. I almost fell over. I was shocked when he said that. Like usually, it just wasn't a good fit. I think he's going to be great wherever he goes. I just made a bad decision with VJ. Did he just say that? That is an indictment, y'all. Y'all know as well as me, it don't get no worse than that. We are so far behind. The Patriots are so far ahead as far as an organizational standpoint. Forget what happened X's and O's on the field. They so far ahead, but when are we going to start to build that culture? Let me tell y'all what that culture is. I watched a Bill Belichick interview yesterday from like in the offseason, right after he lost the Super Bowl. He said, you just got to understand that this is also a business. And when I say business, I'm not talking about money. I'm talking about like a corporation. And I know a corporation very well. I study corporations. I even have some schooling. A job I was at for 11 years actually forced me, since I was a member of management, forced me to go to school for business courses. Literally. If I want, I can go take 2 classes right now and I'll at least have a minor in business. And in those business classes, you learn, know your business. You learn about an organization. And when you say business, it made me realize, wow, even sports, NFL franchises are true corporations. True corporations. And it helped me see how organizations work. See, people just see football. Forget football. Just look at the organizational side. If you're bad on the organizational side, football ain't gonna matter. You're gonna be a Miami Dolphin. You're gonna be a Buffalo Bill, a Jets, a Browns. You're gonna be one of those teams for so long if your organization is terrible, like from a structural standpoint. And some of y'all, trust me, I'm not judging any of y'all, anything like that, to try to tell y'all what y'all are. Some of y'all have no idea what it takes to run an organization. Things you don't even think about. I infuse a lot of that in the stuff that I talk about on this channel. Coaches coaching coaches. Not no head coach coaching players and calling plays. That's not even in the organizational structure. It's not. The head coach calling plays is not in the organizational structure. You know the only time that's in the organizational structure is when, you can always use the Patriots in these scenarios to understand because they're doing it beautifully. This is where the head coach takes the reins. In the regular season, Belichick ain't calling plays and doing all that in the regular season. But if they're tight on making the playoffs, that's when a head coach steps in and be like, let me get us there. We're going to keep developing you though. Now we're going to do this together. Not take over, but hey, now we're going to do it together because we're in a crunch and we got to guarantee we get there though. You see what I mean? And then in the playoffs, he's letting them go, but real time, any moment in the game, if it's close, he calls this. I don't have time now to take that down as a note and call you in the office on Tuesday and say, do you think this might have been better? No, this is where I say, hey, no, run this. Or why would you run that? Next time, run this. Because of the last 3 series, they did this. So this would be a better suit. Only whenever it's do or die, do the head coach step in. He still lets you do your job, but he watching it real close. Holding your hand through it. That's what organizational football is about. So when people are named the head coach, and I hear, oh, they're going to be great for the offense, they're going to be great for the defense. Like Flores. I'm not looking for Flores to come in and create the best defense. I'm looking for Flores to come in and create the best team. Now, mentally, in his development to whatever defensive coordinator we bring in, he can add value to him. But not take the reins and say, this is my defense. No, this is the defensive coordinator's defense. Now I'm going to critique what I see him doing inside out, and I am going to help develop him. That is all a head coach is supposed to do, make his coaches better. And what are the coaches supposed to do under him? They're supposed to be making the players better. We are so far from there from an organizational standpoint. We have to get to that, y'all. Not this, bring in Le'Veon Bell, bring in Antonio Brown. You see, the fans are so stuck on players. It's time for us to get stuck on the organization, having a winning structure, making sure everyone knows their roles. And everybody do their role. So when something is lacking, see, the truth is, when you have the worst defense in the league, the head coach shouldn't be getting fired if it's a good head coach. The defensive coordinator should be getting fired sometime mid-season, and you should be replaced. Like the head coach should say, hey, I've been trying to develop and trying to teach him how to play winning football. Unfortunately, it's not working out because he's not learning from the principles I'm trying to teach him. So I'm going to need to get rid of him and bring in another defensive coordinator. Or we just get rid of him. I'll take the reins for defensive coordinator into the offseason where I got an opportunity to pick a good person that I know that I can interview and develop. Something I can develop. Yeah, that's why you get people like Matt Burks. Because Gase ain't worried about what's happening over there with Matt Burke. Matt Burke doing him. Ain't nobody in Matt Burke ear developing him. So I'm going to be honest. But that also goes to the fact of that's unfair to Matt Burke. That's unfair to Matt Burke. That is so unfair to Matt Burke. Let me go a step further, y'all, and help y'all understand it's so much bigger than what's happening on the field. Let me go a step further and help y'all understand football even more. The head coach is supposed to only be coaching the offense and defensive coordinators, developing them, right? Guess who the defensive coordinator is supposed to be coaching? I wasn't wrong earlier. I just misspoke. The defensive coordinator ain't supposed to be coaching the players. The defensive coordinator is supposed to be coaching the D-line coach, the linebacker coach, the safety coach, the cornerback coach, the linebacker coach. The defensive coordinator is supposed to be coaching, like on defense, he's supposed to be coaching 5 coaches. Linemen, linebackers, cornerbacks, safeties. Well, 4. He's supposed to be coaching those 4 coaches. That's why as a coordinator, you're auditioning to become a head coach because of your work with, see, you get more and more responsibility. You get more and more responsibility. A defensive lineman coach is coaching players. He's out there working, busting hard, trying to show I can move results. I can take this player that's a 6 out of 10, and I got him looking like an 8 out of 10. That's what a defensive lineman coach is doing. Any position or coach. But the defensive coordinator is supposed to be developing him to help him develop the line in those players, moving them, holding them accountable, setting targets. How can we develop this guy? What's the target date I need to see improvement on this guy? And then when he proves, I done move numbers on this D-line. I can show you how to move numbers. That's why sometimes the defensive line coach, just like Flores was a safeties coach or something. Then he got promoted to a linebacker coach. Because once you prove it, oh man, you're showing that you can literally move the number for DBs. You can improve DBs. Malcolm Butler and all them, Flores. You know what? Now we want to give you another role. We want to see if that same principle works with the linebackers. So we're going to move you to linebacker coordinator now. You prove that, you got a future. He proved it. Then what happened? He done proved he could develop defensive backs and move the result from mediocre players from 6s to 8s. That means this is the Patriots playbook. Just draft me a whole bunch of 6s. We'll turn them into 8s and win another Super Bowl, or at least go to it, or the championship round. That's all. Every year. Give me a whole bunch of 6s. Our job as coaches, all the way through, all of us coaches, is to turn them into 8s. Flores, you proved that with the DBs. Now we're gonna change position. I want to see you prove it with the linebackers. He went in and he proved it with the linebackers too. He proved it with the linebackers. You know what? You done show that you can move numbers on 3 occasions, because he was also on the offense too, y'all. Go look up his resume. Go look up his resume. I forgot what position it was, but he started out as an offensive coach on one of the positions. Then they moved him to defense, and he took care of the DBs, developed. Then they moved him to linebacker, took care of them. He's head coach ready. That's how it works. He's ready to get promoted as a head coach. Not a coach that done had a great defense. No. He's not ready to be a head coach. He's ready to be the defensive coordinator now. So who ended up being the defensive play caller? Flores is the defensive play caller. His career's been progressing fast because everywhere they put him, he showed that he can move results. Now he calling plays for the defense, and after the first year of calling plays on defense, he get his shot as a head coach. Because you know why? When you look at his resume, people making phone calls. I got a guy down here. Because he can't take Belichick's job. So Belichick doing the right thing. You crazy if you don't think the Belichick spoke to the Dolphins. You are crazy if you don't think Belichick spoke to the Dolphins. You're crazy if you don't think the general manager for the Patriots didn't speak to the Dolphins. That is their responsibility. It's not to hold on to their talent. It's to give their talent an opportunity to be successful, whether that's here or away. I don't care if it's a division rival. That's what this organization stands for. That's where we need to be. They don't care about losing Flores because their coaches are doing their job to develop new coaches. It is their responsibility to, if he proves it, to continue to literally give him opportunity after opportunity. And now that he's at the top of his peak of opportunity, hey, you can't be our head coach, so you have done a good job. Who are we to hold your future back? Miami, we got a guy here. We have a guy. We know you want to interview him, but we want to let you know let me tell you what he has done. And they run down the list. And that's Bill Belichick. Then the general manager. I just wanted to reinforce what was being said. He is a true team player. He puts the team first. He understands how to move a result. He is a guy. In a division rival, because their egos aren't even playing a role. Because that's what an organization does. Make their associates, their employees successful at all costs. That's a successful organization. Not an organization that got all this drama. Oh, well, the defensive coach and this, and I want the next position. He's going for it. That's broken organizations, everybody fighting for jostling for position versus letting their job speak for them, their performance speak for them. Instead of letting that stuff speak for them, they are so leaps and bounds ahead of everybody else. And it is proven. It is proven. 12 years ago, like 3 Super Bowls. In the middle of them not winning Super Bowls, still competitive. And right back to winning Super Bowls. It's something about this organization, even when Brady is gone, it may not win Super Bowls right away, but they're still going to be a playoff team. He was an offensive assistant coach, which means he was very important on offense as well. We got a guy who helped move results on offense. We got a guy that we put on defense, and he moved results in the DB category. And so we tested him. We said, you know what? We want to see if you can move results in linebacker. Because you know how many coaches come in the league say, I played DB, and they end up becoming DB coaches, but soon as they put them over there with the linebackers, can't do nothing. Then they be like, hey, we're going to put you back with the DBs. He's a coach. See, a real coach, it don't matter where you put me. It don't matter if you put me working with the offensive line. It don't matter if you put me working with the punter. I don't care. I can move a result because I know how to coach. I know how to motivate a player to be great. That's an organization. Stop worrying about what's happening on the field, and let's fix this organization first in the structure. Then we focus on the field. You notice how the Patriots don't care nothing about bringing Antonio Brown in, a Le'Veon Bell, and all of these 10-rated players? That's why they are famous. See, people think the Patriots are famous for winning Super Bowls. No, they are famous for taking a 5-rated player from a 5 out of 10 to an 8 out of 10. They're famous for developing talent. I would go out on a limb and say Devontae Parker would be successful in New England. Bill Belichick says, Tom Brady's not the most athletic guy ever, one of the least athletic guys. But his determination to win, his passion behind the game, and his hard work. What was Brady pre-rookie? Combine. Some could argue Brady was a 4 out of 10 in the combine. Come on, man. They got 5th, 6th, and 7th round picks around here winning consecutive Super Bowls and literally playing their part. Playing their part. When are we going to stop talking about X's and O's and fix the organization and then focus on X's and O's? We keep going after these big names. I want this person. We should bring in that person. Just people that done won one Super Bowl, a lucky little Super Bowl off all the talent. You know you can't win a Super Bowl off the talent, but it's not sustainable. All these people y'all keep naming, ain't none of these teams in the NFL has a sustainable football history. None of them but one. Not even the Cowboys. Super Bowls in the 90s. You know what? I'll take that back. If you ask me, the Cowboys are actually the closest thing to it because at least they build an organization that's competitive every year. That's why Jason Garrett is supposed to have been fired for 5 years straight. Oh, they need to fire Jason Garrett next year. They need to fire Jason Garrett. No, because the organization see what's going on. They're trying to become the greatest organization they can be. But when you're over there as a head coach calling plays, your organizational structure is already, you can get it done. Maybe you can win one Super Bowl, but what you're doing is not sustainable. That tells me that you're not developing anyone in the organization. How can an offensive coordinator, isn't that wrong? Think about our offensive coordinator this year. It is so disrespectful for this man to put all this hard work in at practice. When is he ever going to get his shot to literally, because we're probably going to bring in a new offensive coordinator. Let me be clear about that. That don't mean the one that we got was bad. That's the disrespectful part about it. We don't even know if our offensive coordinator was good or bad this year. Because he should have been able to say, I know this offense better than anybody. I'm an offensive coordinator. Let me call my plays. He may have not have been great pro under pressure. What I'm saying is, how can we have an offensive coordinator that we don't even let him play the game? We let him practice, but we don't even let him play the game. We don't even let the man play the game. Gase walking around the field, talking to players and chewing them out, or hey, this and that. Hey, make sure you're all defense, offense, and the offensive coordinator over there. All right, run this. Hey, make sure this. Make sure that he's doing all the coaching on the field. He out there with two fields running plays. But when we get to the game, hey, you got to sit on the bench. You know, this is my time. That is so wrong. That's so disrespectful. Couldn't trust him. You still had a man do his job. How is he supposed to develop? So is he, just because you can't trust him, he's supposed to be stalemated for the rest of his career? I'll keep coaching, you know, in practice and never have play calling chance. Never had play calling chance. Just imagine Belichick telling Josh McDaniels, no, you can't call plays. Josh McDaniels wouldn't be there. Josh McDaniels would just go be a head coach somewhere else. You know, Josh McDaniels got offered a head coach jobs before that. And he turned them down. You know why? I'm technically a head coach. I'm running an offensive coordinator, and I want to prove this a little more. Like some of New England's coaches ain't even in a hurry to leave, honestly. You're like, hey, maybe like they got their minds so developed on football that some of them are even like, hey, I got an opportunity to go to be a head coach, but you know what? I want to develop a little more. I feel like I can get just a little more here. Offensive coordinator will be Caldwell. I don't care who it is. Long as we got an offensive coordinator who's calling plays and a defensive coordinator that's calling plays, and Flores is over there checking out how they work and what they do and evaluating it and waiting for the off week to say, hey, I love how you did this. I love how you did that. Let me ask you a question. In this situation, what would you have done if they did this? What would you have done if they did that? Like testing them and developing them. Yeah, he may be fired in 2 years. And you know what? I'll go out on a limb. The Finns will win. So you know what? Let me back off of that. I don't think this man going to be fired in 2 years. You know why? Because it's not going to be his responsibility. Let me tell you why Flores ain't going to get fired. Because I think he actually learned from Bill Belichick, like really. This is what Flores going to do. You got your offense and you got your defense. If the offense sucking and it's causing us to lose games, and I'm trying to develop you, but it ain't happening fast enough, 9 games in, we 3-6. Dolphins fire their offensive coordinator today. Jim Caldwell, who I don't care who it is, they fire their offensive coordinator today. They're not going to look at Flores because he's doing what a head coach is supposed to do. As long as he's communicating with his GM, showing action play. See, there's paperwork behind the scenes that y'all don't know about too. There's paperwork, action plans. Literally, I've been working on the offensive coordinator with this. They got to do paperwork too. I've been working on the offensive coordinator with this. I'm trying to help improve, develop this. Here is his target date. I'm looking for an improvement in this from this, whatever it is he's working on. I don't care what it is, there's paperwork. And that's going to the GM every week. Every week. Y'all think a head coach is just, hey, do this, do that. All right, going in the locker room. Hey, so guys, what do y'all think? You know, oh, okay, you like that? All right, yeah. So we're going to try this, and that. Back to the field. No, that's why they spend, man. They say no need for paperwork. There's need. No, they usually stay away from paperwork until there's a 3-6 and the defensive coordinator is sucking up the joint. Well, I need to go ahead and do this paperwork showing that you're on an action plan and I'm trying to develop it. If you can't move this number, you've been warned. And I'm giving it to the general manager. So now the general manager is like, hey, he's trying to work on him with this. So it's not the head coach's fault per se. I see what the head coach is trying to work on. And on the field, I'm seeing that, oh my gosh, it's just not improving. That means the head coach knows what the problem is. That's all they need. That's all they need. Now in the football, it's more verbal than writing. But sometimes there is paper trail. But it's more verbal. I'm working on the offensive coordinator to do this, but it's still not transforming on the field. He's not developing this. I'm getting it. And then the GM, if we got a good GM that does his job, he's saying, so tell me, what are you putting in place to help him do that? well, you know what? I'm having him do these type of drills. This player right here has a problem with footwork. He's getting beat on the first step. I'm telling him to make sure that I don't care if we're overrunning plays, sending him to the side against one of our best D linemen. You know, Cam Wake's been hurt, but he can still practice. So what we're doing, we're taking Cam Wake away from contact so that we make sure he doesn't get injured. And I'm putting him over there with that left tackle to try to develop his speed. So all Cam Wake doing, he's not having any contact. All he's doing is when the ball moves, he's going straight around, and we're just testing first move of the left tackle. We're just testing first move of the left. So we're doing drills like that to try to improve this. But then next thing you know, he says, I don't see him having him out there long enough. I'm telling him, but he's not. So the general manager's like, my head coach has a plan in place. My head coach is lit. Oh my gosh. Bill Belichick said this on that interview too. See, coaches can escape bad players, but no player can ever escape bad coaching. No player can ever overcome bad coaching. When he said that, I said, boy, people don't understand the ins and outs of football. He said, no player can overcome bad coaching. No player can overcome bad coaching at all. At all. So with that being said, head coaches can save themselves every time as long as they're doing their job. Just because a team losing don't mean you got a bad head coach. People don't understand that. But then they always look at teams like the Patriots. Well, look at what they do every year. Because their organization is structured. I mean, let's be honest, y'all. When are y'all going to finally admit Patriots' success has nothing to do with their players? I know Brady is the GOAT, but Brady came into this league on a scale of 1 to 10, rated a 4 out of 10. Brady came in this league rated a 4 out of 10. Yeah, he is who he is now because he came into a system that allowed him to grow and get the maximum potential he could out of him. And Brady is a system guy. Brady says, I follow the system to the T. I know it to the T. I've studied it. I've made it my life. I made it my religion. This is a passion of mine. As long as I can use my brain, I am not athletic, but I am going to use my brain to beat people. I am going to use my brain. Come on, y'all. Y'all got to see this. Football is so much bigger than X and O's on that field. The organization has to be top notch, man. Top notch. Top notch, man. I hope y'all understand what I'm trying to deliver to y'all, man. Our issues need to start from the top to the bottom. The only problem is, here's the thing that scares you, though. Here's the things that scares you. We could be trying to make all the right moves, but who's evaluating whether or not Greer is the right guy? I think he is, but who's evaluating that? Is it Dan Marino? But does Dan Marino know how an organization should be run? Or does Dan Marino just know what good football looks like? Let's keep it 100 today now. Let's keep it 100. All these advisors and this and that, do they know what an organization should look like, or do they just know what a good football looks like? These are things that nobody ever wants to talk about, nor do they talk about. Because they don't know nothing about an organization. And somebody said to me recently, you're a Dolphins fan. I can't believe the way you kind of praising the Patriots lately. I'm not praising no Patriots, but you're a freaking fool if you don't take notes. And we claim we want to be there and compete with them every year. You're a fool if you don't take notes. They are so far ahead of the game. Whole different time zone in the same spot. Same boo-boo, different restroom. It's crazy. Patriots are cheaters. Call it what you want. They cheated this year too? Probably. They just didn't get caught. At some point, that has to die. I go along with the cheater, y'all cheaters, because honestly, it makes us feel better because we have nothing else to say about them. We have nothing else to say about them. Football is so scary, and let me tell you why. Everything can be right, but Greer could be the wrong person, and that's why we sorry for several years. Or everybody could be right, and the head coach is the wrong person, and that's why we suck for several years. Everything could be right, but only the defensive coordinator is the wrong person, and everything can suck for several years. And we're just like 25, 26, 27 other franchises who always stuck between, what's the problem? This is it. Get rid of it. 10 years later, that wasn't the problem. Well, yeah, it was. It's just now we got a new problem. You're guessing. All these franchises out here guessing. They guessing. They literally guessing. Was Flores the one who put Gronk in the Miami Miracle? Boy, I was looking all over for that. And actually, it was Bill Belichick who made that decision. Because Belichick didn't consider one thing. I don't care what nobody say. Having Gronkowski back there on a Hail Mary is smart. He don't need to outrun anybody on a Hail Mary. Just back up wherever the ball's going to be, bat it down. But Bill Belichick wasn't considering, and he learned from it. He learned from it. But he wasn't considering the simple fact that Miami O-line don't even give him more than 2.5 seconds. They may not even go for a Hail Mary. It might be a hook and lateral. He just saw everybody and their mama just saw Hail Mary. Am I wrong? Everybody saw Hail Mary. Nobody saw short pass, lateral, lateral, lateral. Everybody thought Hail Mary. He forgot Tannehill's shoulder was hurt. That didn't really matter. That's why Gronk wasn't in the end zone. Gronk was still lined up to Tannehill's range. He wasn't even in the end zone. Gronk was around the 15. Tannehill could have threw it to the 15. That's a fact. With his shoulder like that, he could have threw it to the 15. Man, you just made me realize something too. You made me realize something too. Tannehill's shoulder. When he say he had to sacrifice stats for wins, that could be a reason why. Another reason why outside of the O-line that we weren't trying to throw deep either. A lot of times at least. Because of the shoulder. It could be several reasons, man. But I'm going to be honest with y'all. I love talking about organizational structure. And I'll be honest with y'all too. Y'all know, don't even test me like that. Don't even disrespect me like that and try to call me anything other than a diehard Dolphin fan. Don't ever in your life disrespect me like that, trying to call me anything other than a Dolphin fan. But truth be told, I studied the Patriots. I studied the Patriots. I study the Patriots. Because I know a winning organization, not a team. I'm not looking at Brady, Gronk, and the O-line. This is the worst O-line he's ever had, by the way. I'm not looking at these. I don't care nothing about their players. But I marvel over that organization. And I look up and down it. I listen to the GM's interviews. The other one. I listen to Belichick interviews. Sometimes I listen to Brady because it gives me an insight on the organization. And they always, if you listen to their interviews, Brady and even the players, they always mention the organization. It's just, the practices of a winning organization. Everybody just has to come in and do their job. I don't care about you doing this and that. I just need you to be where you're supposed to be. That's Brady's words. I don't care about you catching 500 yards or 1,000 yards in the season. I just need you to be where you're supposed to be. Everybody just do their job. They talk to Belichick about favoritism. Do you have any favorites on the team? He says, I have no favorites. I don't have a single favorite on my team. If you're on my team, I like you. Because if I show one guy favoritism, that means I show 52 other guys unfavoritism. So that's a bad look for Gase too. You know how they say always defending Tannehill, the players? See, I would respect Gase a lot more if he chewing Tannehill behind out in front of the team too. Chewing him out. You gotta see this. You can't be good. I respect that too. Because that's developing Tannehill even more. Listen, to sum it all up, y'all, look. The Miami Dolphins' biggest issue, forget the O-line. The Miami Dolphins' biggest issue is we are not an organization that develops on every level. We are not an organization that develops on every level. I will go out, I will give y'all a disclosure. TD could be totally wrong about what I'm about to say. But all the evidence leads my brain to believe this. Because the proof is in production. I think Greer makes good decisions on bringing personnel in. But I do not think Greer develops the head coach. Just like I gave y'all examples about the head coach developing his coordinators, calling them in. What do you do in this situation? What do you do in that situation? Greer's supposed to be having 2 meetings or 3 meetings a week with the head coach about every facet of the team. Hey, I noticed you ran practice like this today. You did film instead of that. Tell me, what was your thought process of that? Well, I felt like the guys were this and that and this and this. So do you feel like they wouldn't be as productive if you push them a little harder? Well, I mean, maybe they would be productive. So your logic of what you just said don't make sense. Well, help me understand, But coaching the coach on everything. Hey, in that game, we were down by 3 points. I noticed, I was watching from upstairs, I noticed the offensive coordinator was still in the game calling it, and you were hands off. And we lost the game. Did you agree with the call he made? No, I didn't agree with it. I've already coached him on it. Hey, but you're the head coach. In moments like that, that's where you have to step in. And you show him how it's done. You don't take chances in crucial moments. You see what I mean? Every level has to have development and accountability. Do you think that Greer is having them type of conversations with Gase when he was here? Or Tannenbaum? No, I think they're sitting back, bringing players in. What do you need? And laurelling over the fact of their position. I'm an NFL general manager, I bring in talent, this and that and this. Greer couldn't be like that, though, because Gase answers straight to Ross. I was actually just going to say that, Drew. I was just going to say, and I'm using Greer as an example because he's still here. But if you notice, that's why I said Tannenbaum last. I'm saying that Tannenbaum, that was his job. But that's what makes me have a little faith in Greer. Because they fired Tannenbaum. Because the only reason you fired Tannenbaum is because Tannenbaum ain't developing his coach. But it also makes you say, then why fire Gase when it ain't his fault? It's Tannenbaum that's not developing him. Why? Because Tannenbaum, Gase still shared the same views as Tannenbaum, which was different from Greer's. So y'all are a package deal. Y'all are a package deal at this point. We need a coach with balls like Sean Payton. We need a coach that's developing other coaches. The general manager that deals directly with the coach needs to be holding the coach accountable and coaching him, the head coach. Then the head coach should be coaching only 2 people, offensive coordinator and defensive coordinator. Let me do this for y'all. I want to show y'all something. Just like an organization, okay? I'm going to use this sheet of paper. Hopefully y'all can see it. Let me see. Let me see if y'all can see the writing. Bam. One moment, man. Man, where all my dolphin pins go? Boy, these babies, man. Hold on, man. Oh, here goes one. Here's one. Put my Mika back up, man. It's falling. Let me see if y'all can see it on here. You barely can see it. Hold on. Let me dim this one little bit. See if that makes the difference. Still can't see it, huh? All right. This will do. Watch that. I'm going to show y'all something real quick, all right? Y'all see this? No, this ain't a weird defense or a kickoff return. I mean, it could be kind of, but it's 12. This is the general manager that deals with the head coach. He's supposed to be coaching the head coach. The head coach's job is to coach the offensive and defensive coordinator. The offensive coordinator's job is to coach the lineman coach, quarterback coach, running back, receiver, whatever. Same on defense, linebackers, safeties, cornerbacks, D-line. That's the structure. But if any of y'all are in corporate America, this is what I'm trying to help y'all understand about a successful corporate America. If you work for a good company, this is what it looks like too. All these down here are the football players. They coaching individual units, right? Now, who coaches Rizzy? You so right. Let me add another coordinator. He has responsibility for 3. You're right. Rizzy also goes straight down to all the players. Y'all right. I'm sorry. Thank y'all. Appreciate that. But same thing. His responsibility up here is to look over everything. He has to observe him. He has to observe all 3 of them. He has to observe all of them. Okay? And he also has to observe them. But he does not need to talk to any one of them but him. Because he needs to know what's going on in every facet so that he is delivering the message to him to actually help him understand his football team. Where your D-line is struggling because this is a weak link right here. Your D-line coach. He's a weak link. What I notice when I'm walking around the practice field, he's not engaging with the players. He's not putting action plans in place to move Robert Quinn from Y to X to Z. He has to be able to communicate that with him. But a lot of organizations, this guy is so blind to what's going on, all he's looking at is wins and losses. All he's looking at is wins and losses and telling this man, get it together. That's not organization. Now, think about some of y'all work for big corporations, right? Let's take a call center, for instance. You almost any job, but let's take a call center, right? Say you're a customer service on the phone or anything like that, right? All the agents on the phone are at work. Service agents, sales agents, admin people, all of that. They're all working. But then up here, he's in charge of the customer service. He's in charge of the sales. He's in charge of this and that. Same difference. And then you have all these supervisors. Then, but in the corporate America, you got other levels. You got a whole bunch of other levels. Because this right here, this pool right here could be 1,000 people. And you can have a whole bunch of supervisors. But then you have managers. Then you have directors. Then you have AVPs. Then you have an RVP. Same thing. Organizational structure. How many of y'all go to work and your supervisor is just the worst supervisor ever? They don't know how to help you move your numbers. You got goals that the job expect for you to hit, but you ain't hitting them, but they want to fire you, but your supervisor don't even know how to help you. And the reason your supervisor don't know how to help you because the manager ain't even holding the supervisor accountable. The manager ain't even looking at the supervisor not helping you. And the director don't even know none of this is going on. But yet they sign off on that firing. Same thing. Same thing. It's an organization. The problem is, this is why it's even in corporate America, many of y'all may work in corporate America. Y'all see it every day. My supervisor sucks. You know why your supervisor sucks? Because your manager don't even coach the supervisor or hold them accountable to help you and develop you to be greater or work with you so that you can become a supervisor. Too many breaks on every level. Too many breaks on every level, man. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Our organization, all we want to do as fans, all we do is look in this pool right down here. Players, players, players. Bring in an all-star. Bring in Antonio Brown. Bring in Le'Veon Bell. Bring in Wentz, Foles, Lamar Jackson, the rookie. None of that's going to matter if all of this is still crappy. Still crappy. When are we going to understand that? It's been, you know what? I was just about to say it's been 20 years, right? I'm wrong. It's been 47 years. 47 years. I ain't even 40. I wouldn't. Oh my God. Before we've been alive. Before we were alive, I was alive. 47 years since we won a Super Bowl. 47. And all y'all care about is bring in this person. Oh, they're available. He's available. He's available. And I don't care who you bring in. Until we start caring about the structure and how it's working from the top down, it ain't gonna matter. The most exciting thing that done happen to us this offseason is Tannenbaum being fired. Because we don't know about Greer yet. But that was a smart move. Whoever is going to replace Tannenbaum, there lies the answer. The person who replaces Tannenbaum is the one. Gosh, man. 47 years. I done threw the pen. That's probably what's happening. Me getting mad all the time. I don't even know where it is. I don't even know where it is, man. Man, let me find my pen. I can't keep losing them and throwing them, man. Here we go. This ain't even it. This is the broke one I just broke. 47 years. My bad. The man right here. Right now, that it's not Greer. It was Tannenbaum. Greer is over here drafting. Greer is another one. Greer is actually between this one and this one. Greer is over here. No, right here. This is Tannenbaum, who's fired now. Greer is somewhere up here, actually, drafting off to the side, bringing in talent, looking at free agents. Believe it or not, Miami Dolphins have one of the best scouts teams in the NFL. Go read the article. All you got to do is go to Google, type in Dolphins scout team. You're going to see articles about the Miami Dolphins having one of the best scout teams in all of football. True talk, y'all. True talk. Y'all ain't got to believe me. Facts. Go watch it. They got articles on it and everything. Go look it up. Greer ain't even in this picture. Greer over here worrying about personnel to bring in. This is where Tannenbaum was. Whoever replaces this spot right here, that's our future. That tells you if we're going to be successful or not. Are they going to be somebody who knows every facet of all of this? Who can point out this guy right here? He ain't cutting it. He's messing up this whole area right here. This guy up here, he messing up all of this. This guy right here has to know it all better than the head coach because he's coaching the head coach. That's where our franchise turns the freaking corner. That's not Greer. We got Greer is personnel and draft. Tannenbaum was, his responsibility was player personnel, literally what's going on. Tannenbaum was the one with on-field play, the coaches, all of that stuff. That's Tannenbaum. Greer is dealing with personnel. Two different things. That's why you usually have those two GMs. One of them is focusing on the draft and free agency. The other one is focusing on the team and the coaches and the players all together that's already here. Greer's job is what's not here, bringing them here. No, Greer isn't now. Of course, Greer assumes that position, but from my understanding, they're bringing somebody in to fill that. They already say they already got somebody in mind. I got to go look it back up. I forgot the name. That's never been Greer's responsibility. Never been Greer's responsibility. So if Greer deals with personnel, he was behind releasing Sue, Landry, and Pouncey. Greer was behind that. You know why? Greer got tired of bringing in all these top players just to lose anyway. I mean, look at it. Look how long we had Sue. It didn't amount to nothing. What made you think it was going to amount now? Pouncey never amounted to anything. Greer's been with our franchise for a long time. Cam Wake never amounted to anything. He's brought in talent. Never amounted to anything. Because that's not the problem. It's never been the personnel. Of course, some years, some personnel ain't good. It is some others. But what's the Patriots' excuse? Because they're focusing on developing on every level. They're focusing on development on every level. Every level. Every level. You can't listen, y'all. Y'all stop that. Stop that. Stop blaming Stephen Ross. Stop blaming Stephen Ross. An owner is an owner. He's the billionaire that has his toy. Billionaires don't go buy toys like, oh, I'm going to go get me a new Mercedes. That's nothing. Billionaire toys cost more than $100,000. Jerry Jones just got a 200-foot yacht. $100 million. Not 100,000, but 100 million. He hires the personnel, TD. It's his fault. Him and Tannenbaum was hiring the personnel. Think about it. If he hired the personnel too, then what is Tannenbaum's job? Y'all got to understand the organization. If Greer brought the players in and the personnel, then what is Tannenbaum's job? You're wrong. Greer is player acquisition, scout team. Greer came from the scout team. He was one of our best scouts, and he became our GM. He went the administrative path in an organization. He started from the bottom as a scout assistant and went the administrative path. Tannenbaum went the player path. I mean, the actual organizational path inside the organization. The actual day in and day out work. Tannenbaum negotiated contracts and crap. That crap is coaches too. It's coaches too. Ross will spend all his money to make us great. I agree. Stop putting this on Ross. You shouldn't expect, I don't care if the owner does have an NFL background or played football. That doesn't matter. 95% of the owners didn't know football before they owned the team. They knew it as a fan or they liked football, but they don't know nothing about no football like that. It's a toy for them. And we should be grateful for Ross because he don't mind sparing any expense to make us successful. He just wants us to be successful. He ain't one of them quiet owners like, the team's not doing good, I'll make decisions later. No, he's coming out on film showing his passion. I just want to win. I just want to win. I just want to win. That man cares. You're right, Clorox. Yes, he cares. That man asked Miami, Broward, and Palm Beach to help him pay for that stadium and the state of Florida. Guess what they said? No. That man did a proposal, spent millions of dollars making a beautiful proposal, telling the state, telling the city of Miami, Broward County, Palm Beach, look at the revenue we're going to bring the state and bring these 3 counties. Can you help me fund this stadium? They said no. What did he do? That's so unfortunate, but I'll cut the check. He cut the freaking check. And you got Jerry Jones out here in Dallas with the biggest stadium in football, the most expensive stadium in football, and he don't even own it. People don't know that. See, they want to be on TV. Oh, we're live in Cowboy Stadium, what they call Jerry's World. He don't even own it. The city of Arlington owns that stadium. The city of Arlington owns that big old stadium. Go look it up. So don't tell me Ross don't care. Do not tell me that man don't care. That man got the most expensive stadium in football. I believe it's more expensive than Atlanta's new stadium that just opened. What did Stephen Ross do? Cut the check. I'll make all the profits for myself then. This is, and I know he was mad too. This is crap. You can't even get support from the city commissioners and all of that mess in the state of Florida. All the revenue I'm about to bring in South Florida, I'm bringing worldwide soccer to South Florida. One of the biggest sports in the world. Tons of revenue. People traveling across seas. Do you know what that's going to do for the Miami economy? One of the biggest soccer matches, all the hotels full. All the food places getting cash. Taxes getting lowered. Helping the Miami economy. And what did the state and the cities in the county say? No. We got 3. We got you, Buccaneers, and the Jaguars. We all right. We getting enough revenue. But y'all ain't caring about the Miami people who are already overspending on everything down there. So expensive. Taxes never get lowered. I get that, but you don't know. Maybe you need to elect the official that's going to vote for something like this that could take those savings, the revenue that the city's going to make from it. They could say, we want to give the people tax breaks. Elect officials that's going to do that then. Then you can change the narrative from taxes never get lower to, wow, we elected somebody who took advantage of this opportunity, making this an entertainment sports hub, and now we got businesses are booming. When businesses boom, businesses pay more taxes because they're booming more. Now, all of a sudden, we can lower property tax for homeowners. Help people out down here instead of moving out minorities and stuff. Because everybody knows the way things are going in Miami, minorities, they on a time limit. It ain't much more time. All these neighborhoods getting rejuvenated, taxes going up, and then especially the older people, older minorities in their 70s and 80s right now, as taxes go up, they little check from the government starting not to cover it. Now they got to go move to Central Florida. Nobody thinks about the big economy behind all of this. But anyway, back to the subject. This man cares. This man cares. His own money. His own money, man. His own money. He owns his stadium. He owns his stadium. And believe it or not, a lot of y'all don't know that. Majority of the NFL owners don't own their stadium. He owns his stadium. And it got major upgrades. He owns it. Ross doesn't hire. All he does is write checks. That's it. I want to win. Sign my name. That's what you need? All right, man. I just want to win. Here you go. You need this now? No. I'm not complaining. Don't take me the wrong way. Come on. I just want to win. Here. And as they keep going to him and going to him and going to him, he's just, that face getting more and more frustrated. You need this now? Is it going to work? I just want to win. Here. Owning the stadium does not mean he is a good owner. Ain't no good owners. If you want to use that logic, let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. What is Robert Kraft doing that's so special other than supporting his team as best he can by, here you go. Here you go. What in the hell is he doing? He ain't out there coaching people or doing nothing. What makes a good owner? Help me know right now what makes a good owner. What makes a good owner that Ross ain't? What is man, I just said his name and it already don't win. The Patriots owner. What is he doing that Ross ain't doing? You don't know nothing about ownership to say that. Ridiculous. Just because he owns a stadium doesn't mean he's a good owner. I didn't say that. You're missing my point. Him owning his own stadium shows you that he cares. That he cares to win. Kraft trumped Bill with losing Brady and keeping Garoppolo. And you know what? Let's be honest, y'all. Well, first of all, let's back up. Let's talk about that for a second. Because don't buy into this media lies about that, okay? First of all, Kraft did trump Bill Belichick about losing Brady. But they were never losing Brady. They were bringing Garoppolo in for when Brady was leaving. Belichick wasn't ever going to cut Brady. And don't believe all that crap you hear. Just because Brady wanted to bring Garoppolo in don't mean they were going to cut Brady. Belichick was just preparing for the future. Being a smart coach. Saying when Brady is done, we got our future. That's all that was about. And truth be told, Brady the one got in his feelings about it. No, man, I don't like this. And he went to Kraft. And Kraft, Brady has earned the right of Kraft to step in and say, hey, man, just go and get rid of him. If you're a great coach anyway, Belichick, you'll figure it out in 3 or 4 years whenever Brady is gone. You'll figure it out anyway. You'll bring in the next replacement anyway. Belichick, see, this is the thing. Belichick is so far ahead of everybody that he was already bringing in a replacement for his Hall of Fame quarterback, while his Hall of Fame quarterback, well, let me not even say Hall of Fame quarterback. That's disrespectful. His greatest quarterback of all time, the greatest quarterback of all time, he was already bringing in his replacement while the greatest quarterback of all time was still playing greatest quarterback of all time football. That's how far ahead they are. That is how far ahead of everybody else that they are. They are bringing in the replacement for the greatest of all time while the greatest of all time is still playing like the greatest of all time. That's how far ahead of everybody else they are. It ain't up to Belichick. Belichick don't want to sit there and be like, Brady wins this Super Bowl and all of a sudden you think Brady got 2 more years and Brady, his wife convinced him to say, you know, I'm going to give football up. I just feel like it's time. I've accomplished everything. He's not finna get stuck like that. So to be honest, that was a bad move by Kraft. Garoppolo would have still been there right now on the bench. Facts. Garoppolo would be there right now on the bench. Facts. No, but when you trump Bill, he benches Malcolm Butler. That might even be retaliation. Who knows? But you see the drama they have versus the drama we have, at least they got it figured out. They got high-level drama. They got high-level drama. Come on, man. More like 5 to 7 years. I don't know. But Belichick, he's being smart saying, I can't say 5 to 7. I got to go off statistics. He's one major hit away from his body not recovering. I know he's on his TB12 and all of that, but I'm not going to take that chance because I want to win more Super Bowls even when he's gone. Truth be told, Belichick was the smart one in that situation. Not Kraft, but hey, an owner can come in and trump. And what does Belichick do? I got Trump, but at the end of the day, I'm going back to work. I ain't hampering it on all that. I'm not getting my feelings about that. Let me go back to work and continue coaching. If Brady quits right now in the middle of the playoffs, I got to go coach a team and figure out who my next quarterback's going to be. They're not worried about that. So don't tell me, oh, he trumped this for Brady. No, Brady was still going to be on there. You think they were going to cut Brady and start Garoppolo? Do you think they were going to cut Brady and start Garoppolo? No, he was preparing for the future. Knowing them, they would have been talking to Tom Brady about, hey, I know you got 7 more years, but do 3 and, hey, join the staff, man. Join the staff. Whatever job you want, you let me know. We would like for you to be the quarterback coach or maybe even offensive coordinator. Who knows? I don't know. But I'm sure that they got all their plans worked out and contingencies. At the end of the day, dude is already broken. He will come back, but will get hurt again and again and again. I don't know, man. All I'm saying to y'all is this. Don't put this on Stephen Ross. Whoever that next general manager is who coaches the coaches, that's where it starts. Because if the general manager is putting pressure on the coach and not just putting pressure like win, why aren't you winning? Or, oh, we sucked on defense. What do you? No. Accountable action plans. You got to lead by example. You got to literally be going to your head coach, Flores. Hey, Flores, you know, we're getting killed in this area. What plans do you have in place to address that? Well, have you considered this? Well, let me, here's that. And setting action plans. Now Flores can't just sit back and just keep doing what he's doing. Now his boss done told him he looking at something. Now Flores got to put attention in that area. Plus everything is normal. And now he's forcing Flores to be a great coach because he's holding accountability. Twice, 3 times a week, our meeting, hey, this, that, and this. What are we doing here? We have to be able to do this. Flores got to work. And what does that turn into? Flores on these coordinators. Hey, we got to tighten this up. Have you considered this? We got to do this. Well, try this. I'm going to be checking on you. This is what we need to do. Offensive coordinator. And it flows down. It flows through every level. Now the defensive coordinator, coach, all on the DBs. We're giving up too many yards in the passing game. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to work on this. We're going to work on that. We have to develop this. We're going to look at it from an individual standpoint. I'm working with each and every one of you all. We got a meeting individually today on what our skill sets are and what we're working on individually with each and every one of you all. They're different across the board. Your strength is this. Your strength is his weakness. We're working. We're working every level, working. Everybody being held accountable because it starts at the top. When your new coach come in, he should be scared to keep his job on day 1. He should have a deadline for something day 1. I don't care if I hired a coach in today. Hey, I need your assessment of every single player on the roster by Friday. And it's Tuesday. I need it all by Friday. Is that going to be a problem? Just I may not even need it. But I'm going to give them an aggressive timeline to set the tone of we got deadlines around here. When I ask you for something, I need it done in that time frame. It's more, you're right, Gary. It's so much more than football. It's more than what y'all see on this field. But the casual general fan, they're going to stick to, oh, bring in Antonio Brown, bring in this. None of that's going to matter. Flores is coming to the Dolphins to build them from the ground up. I believe it, Troy. I believe it. That's why people, he's only here for 2 years. It's a process, homie. It's a process from the ground up. See, when he went in that interview, let me tell y'all what these coaches did in the interview. Let me tell you what Rizzi did. I know our players, they have a good feel of me. I think we can be winners. We need to address certain positions in the O-line. We need to make sure we're doing this. We need to make sure that we have our players doing it. See, they listened to him. Okay, well, thank you. We'll be getting back to you sometime this week. Richards came in, hey, I've already taken a look at your team. You got a good defense. You got young players. We can develop these players. We can do this. We can do that. And I think in this scheme, we can get the most out of this player. We can get the most out of that player. You know what Flores came in and did? Well, listen, I don't know nothing about any of your players other than when we play against y'all and we scout y'all. All I know is I'm ready to get to work on the other coaches. I'm ready to get to work on every coordinator. I'm ready to get to work on their position coaches. I'm ready to develop them to be the best coaches they can be so that they can get promoted from within. Blew their socks off. That man walked out of the interview. Breaking news. Dolphins expected to go with Flores of the Patriots. Do you see the difference there? Do you see the difference? Everybody else probably going in that interview talking about players and how they can develop this with this player. And look at the defense. We already got young talent. Hold on one moment. Hello? I'm live. All right, love you. Huh? No, they're going to voicemail, but I'm also going to need what we're actually going to put that plan on. Yeah, I need your help finding that because it's not where I thought it was. In the drawers and up on the top of the that fourth bedroom closet. Okay, I'll have to check there then. All right, bye-bye. But totally different, man. Totally different way of thinking about football. Everybody else talking about, look at the defense. I see you bringing in Minkah Fitzpatrick. We can help him even be a star. No, that's something that a safety or a DB coach is supposed to say in an interview. A defensive back coach is supposed. If you're interviewing for a defensive back coach job, you're supposed to talk about your personnel. But the head coach is supposed to talk about the other coaches. My job is going to be to come in and develop our coaches to be world-class coaches that move talent from a 5 out of 10 to at least an 8 out of 10. Total different thought process. That blew their mind out. And he probably came in there cocky. I'm telling y'all now, he probably went in there cocky as can be. Listen, I don't know nothing about your team and your personnel. I don't need to know anything about your team and your personnel because it's not about your team and your personnel. But I know one thing. If you all want to have a winning franchise that not just wins next year or once every 10 years, but have a winning culture consistently on a consistent basis, then I'm going to talk about what matters. And that's my ability to develop coaches. I've been calling plays on defense for the Patriots over the last 2 years or so. It's not about what I call out on the field. The real win that we get is when we're in practice, how I'm developing that defensive lineman coach to deliver the message. And now he can do it on his own and he sees the picture. He's ready to get promoted in my spot. I'm ready to come into Miami and develop your linebacker core coach. Not your linebacking core, but your linebacking coach. So he or she, but he can develop these linebackers the right way. I have learned in my experience, look at that, he throwing clout, sounding humble while he do it. I have learned in my experience, in other words, the Patriots, the winning Patriots have taught me, but hey, I'm going to be humble. This is an interview. I'm going to stick it to you humbly. I have learned in my experience, it ain't about these players. It's about who's developing these players. And I have a track record of success of developing coaches to develop players. You think because we look good on defense in this situation, that's because of me? No, it's because of the development that I put into the defensive staff. It trickles down. Matter of fact, I don't even want to come to this organization if you, Greer, looking at him right in his face. I don't even want to come to this organization if you, Greer, aren't going to hold me accountable at all times and coach me. They just drooling at the mouth. They probably ain't never heard nothing like that. I feel what you're saying, TD, but at the end of the day, we need talent to win. Oh my gosh, what team in the NFL ain't got at least 4 talented players? We got talent. Look at the Patriots. Brady, Gronk, who's really busted up now, maybe a cornerback, and another player on the roster. I don't know. Outside of that, tell me they talent. And if you're smart, you'll say everybody. But they no-name talents because they were 5 out of 10s, and the Patriots made them 7s and 8s. We got more talent than the Patriots. Like I know some of y'all will argue that because once again, you got the basic football mind. You got the basic football mind. I will, for the life of me, go out on a limb and say we got more talent than the Patriots. So what are you talking about? I get all that, TD, but you got to have talent. We got more talent than them. Y'all just ignore the fact that they know how to turn a 5 player into a 7 or 8. They know how to make Deion Jordan actually be a first-round pick. Appreciate you, Felipe. That's validation that you hear what I'm saying and you agree. Love you, man. Thanks for the support in the channel. Gosh, man. I literally believe we got more talent than the Patriots. But we keep surviving, trying to survive on talent. I'll do you one better. Xavier Howard. I'll go out on the limb and say, if Xavier Howard played for the Patriots, he would be better than he was in Miami. People would be calling him a lockdown corner. Not a Pro Bowl great corner. The Patriots would have probably used that talent so much. No, we ain't keeping you on no left. You done mastered the left. It's time to move you on the right. You're going to struggle at first because there is a difference from the right and the left. If you good on the left, you so used to your body in a certain position. Now you got to reverse it all. We finna make you a lockdown corner. Bobby McCain digressed this year. Well, TD, I mean, he digressed because he's normally a nickel. He played corner this year. If he was with the Patriots, he would have been great in the nickel, and they would have moved him to corner, and he probably would have been great again. And you know what the Patriots don't mind? After about 3 years of him being so successful in the nickel, then the corner, Bobby McCain, now you deserve big money, young fella. But you're not going to get it here in the New England Patriots organization because we believe in making you the best you and allowing you to go off and be successful. Congratulations. Go get your big money. We're not worried. We're going to bring in a whole nother guy that's a 5 out of 10, and we're going to develop him just like we did you. But you should be thankful for this organization because this is what we do. We're going to get you some max cash. We're going to get you paid, young fella. Just do your job and listen to your coaches. Why you think you don't hear all this drama coming out of Patriot land? Because they want football players, only players that love the game. Only if you love the game, we want you here in New England. Only if you love the game. You a fool if you don't think the Patriots can. I can have any free agent I want in free agency. Oh, that's the best D lineman? We can have them. Oh, that's the best wide receiver coming? Oh, we can have them if we want. You're a fool if you don't think they can't have whoever the heck they want to have. Anybody will want to come to the Patriots, man. Come on. All these players that's great in their career and don't win a Super Bowl. They won one. Do you know what that means for their legacy? I've been in this league 10 years, leading in my position, but I just never won anything. Patriots don't want them because they don't need them. They know how to make them. That's why. They know how to make them. They know how to make them. Ben Flemings, man, same thing, bro. Appreciate the donation, man. Just more validation that some people understand what I'm saying beyond these X's and O's, the real football. The real football, organizational football, where it all begins. Not these big name players and this. And sometimes they might go get a big name player. Sometimes. And you know why? Let me tell you what when they go out and get a big player, let me tell you what they're doing in the general managers doing in the office when they go get a big player. Oh man, we done already built our team. We good, and we still got 13 million left in the cap. We don't even need nothing else, and we got 13 million in the cap left. Wow. Like, who got that luxury in the league? Man, we got $13 million left over in the cap, and we don't even need nothing. All right, go ahead and bring me a corner. We'll pay him big money. Just bring him in. Bring him in. That's when they go get a big name and don't even care about him. And the funny thing is, why does that big name always almost get cut? Be like week 4. Oh, they cut him. People be shocked when Belichick bring in a good player in offseason and he get cut. Oh my God, for the life. But if that was the Miami Dolphins that cut somebody, oh my gosh. And you know what other syndrome we got? What if, let's just say tomorrow. Listen, let's just say tomorrow, we actually say the whole Dolphin franchise has the Patriots vision. And they get it. Just hypothetically, right? Say they get it. Everything TD's saying right now, they get it. They understand what to do now, just like the Patriots. Miami will do something like, say Vance Joseph brings in Antonio Brown, right? In the training camp, when he get to know the kid and the kid is bigger than the team and he cuts him during training camp, say his contract say, as long as you make it to game 1, you get your contract. And they cut him in training camp. Something that Belichick will do. Oh boy. For the next forever, everybody hates Brian Flores. Everybody hates Brian Flores now. Everybody hates Brian Flores. The man will never even get a good shake in Miami from that point on. So you know what? We are probably part of the problem too. We are part of the problem too. Uninformed fans getting mad at good decisions because they don't know better. Uninformed fans getting mad at great decisions only because they don't know better. And what does that lead into? The media attacking our new coach. Let me tell y'all something. I don't want y'all, don't question not a thing Flores does next year. You sit back and you watch how these things turn out. Not when they happen and you got to sit there and criticize everything. Don't even know half the story, man. Franchise success starts with head coach quarterback combo. I don't believe that. It starts with the general manager. See, the difference with the Patriots, I'm going to be honest though, all this big talk, Tony TD talking right now, It's not easy to do. Let me tell you why it's easy for the Patriots to do. Because Bill Belichick is the coach and the general manager. A lot of people don't even know that. A lot of people don't even know that. Did y'all know that? Bill Belichick is the coach and the general manager. Because he does it so well, you don't need nobody to check over me because I made the blueprint of accountability all the way down. You don't need nobody to coach me because I am the blueprint. Technically, I'm supposed to just be the general manager. But the way we running it, I'm just creating a whole bunch of head coaches because I am the general manager. I don't know who he should bring in as defensive coordinator. All I care about is whoever he bring in, is he working with him to develop him to be great? See, that's another thing. Their organization doesn't bring in guys that's ready to get the job done now. See, y'all think they bring in 5 out of 10 players and make them 8 out of 10s? That's the same thing they do with their coaches. Same thing. But beautiful for them, they franchise is so far ahead of everybody else. They got a big old tree of coaches that they can just keep promoting from within. Oh, you want to come over here? Hey, you got to go down there to the bottom. You know, we got some scouting spots. On rare occasions, they may bring in a coordinator from another team that's proven or something. But usually, they don't look back. They don't look back just because you was a coordinator before and we bring you back. That's rare. They promote from within because that's the culture. Everybody should have a chance to be. Just think about it. How many people have been on their job for 1,000,000 years and want to get promoted but never can because the people above you just satisfied with just being the boss for the rest of their life? They have no aspirations to go further. So since they have no aspirations to go further, they don't care about your development to go further. Not the Patriots. Their job is for their coaches is to get them head coaching jobs. Their job for their coaches is to get them head coaching jobs. They lose coaches every year and don't lose a beat. I mean, let me ask y'all. Y'all let me know in the comment section. I know a few people gave a donation and it gave me validation, but do I make sense? I'm going to pause for a second and wait on the comment section. What I'm talking about, does it make sense? Is it registering for some of y'all? I'm just curious because maybe I'm going on for over 2 hours for nothing. Let me know in the comment section. Does it make sense? Like real talk. I ain't trying to toot my own horn either. I'm like real talk because sometimes I go off on these tangents and maybe I done lost everybody and they're like, yeah, whatever. Just what I'm saying makes sense. Yeah, keep preaching. Yes, yes. I see and hear it clear. Yes, yes. You're making sense to me. Yes. Let me make sure these different names are not repeats. All right. Thank y'all. That made me feel good, man. It makes me feel good. TD ain't no expert. TD ain't no expert. But one thing my life experiences have taught me is the essence of team and the essence of organization. I ain't talking about, oh, let me make sure I'm organized and have my stuff together. No. I mean, I guess that's it too, but organization, the different levels. How one thing, the attributables, y'all know I was preaching that a long time ago, the attributables, how this can impact all of that. This can impact all of that. I don't know, man. Somebody say, are you dumb? That just depends on what view you're looking at me in. Got wings? Oh, okay. I mean, you trolling. Let me get you out of here. All clear, loud and clear. I'm just ready to get my popcorn ready for the new coach. I'm going to sit back and let him do the damn thing, coach this team the best way he can. We got to be patient. We know it's going to take time. It's going to take time. What's good, Eric? R. O'Neal, yes, sir. TD, a true Fins fan that cares and knows what he's talking about. Even if something that comes out of my mouth is wrong, I'm going to tell y'all I'm wrong. I'm going to tell y'all I'm wrong. But it don't mean I'm going to ignore the logic of why I thought what I thought. More information can come out and change my whole perspective of things. But too much information has come out for me to land at the conclusions that I'm at. Too much has come out for me to land at the conclusion that I'm at. You got to look for the evidence to understand your organization. Stop being one of them fans that sit back and just watch on Sunday and win. Yay, we got a good organization. You lose, oh, we trash. I don't like talking to those type of people. Now, if you say, yay, we got a winning organization, and explain why you feel that way, even if I disagree, I love talking to you. Even if I disagree, I love talking to you because you're giving me your whys. Let me tell y'all something about me. When you give me your why and I disagree, I don't disagree and throw it away because I heard your why. I sit your why in my file cabinet. So as what I believe keeps on transpiring, evidence and evidence and evidence, I might start getting some evidence over here that says, oh, let me pull that back out. This is actually supporting what they said. Even though I know why I'm supporting what I said. That's why I may disagree with you and be like, no, that's not what's happening. This is what's happening. It's because I don't see it at the moment. But as time goes, at least I'm paying attention to every single thing that's happening. We got to get TD in the player development department. Man, R. O'Neal, you know what? I ain't going to try to toot my own horn. That ain't what TD do. Real talk, I know I will be great. I know I can do it. Let me tell you one of my weaknesses. One of the weaknesses I've always had. I'm too much of a perfectionist. And that's something I've always tried to work on. I'm too much of a perfectionist. Let me give you an example. I sell these shirts now, right? TD Fins Talk. And if you want one, email me, right? By the way, everybody who ordered a shirt, your orders are already shipped. But everybody's order was shipped maybe 2 or 3 days after they should have. Because you know what? Instead of me just shipping it, no. I want to put it in the perfect bag. Let me order those bags. I want to put it like this. Let me do this. So what happens, it slows down my production. Because I want to do it right. Well, hold on. Let me research this. I don't want to be sued for this. Hold on. Let me do this because I don't want to be. That's always been my weakness. I'm such a perfectionist. When I listen to Bill Belichick, he said, I had to learn. He had some of the same issues. He said he had to learn to just move, keep moving and move on. Like I'll make a mistake and be like, all right, I need to go back and study that so that I never do that again. And what he's teaching me is move on while you learn from it. Move on. Don't stay there and try to, you know what I mean? So I know I would be great. I would love to be in that organization. But to be honest, if I was in the Dolphins organization, I want to be in the Dolphins organization literally. Like I would love to advise Ross. I ain't talking to none of y'all. All I'm doing, I got a free pass to observe everything that's happening. And what am I observing? Is this general manager out on that field every single day, at least an hour and a half, going through every unit. Literally got his book. Let me check out the head coach. What is he doing during it? Or is standing back in the practice facility in a room looking out to the practice field. Literally, is the coach going to every unit or is he just staying with the offense? No, that ain't what we're looking for. Is the defensive coordinator going to each position coach during individual sessions? Oh, the D line working over here, the cornerbacks working over there. Is the D coordinator bouncing back and forth, watching his line coach and all this and that? No, he's sticking with the D because the D line because they got the most problems. No, that ain't how you do it. That's what I would be doing. Observing where is the crack in this organization. and reporting that to Ross so he can be informed to get on the GMs and sound intelligent about it. So that accountability can be there as well. I think we headed in the right direction. I think Ross is bringing in the right people. I think Greer is a good, I think based off of the moves we made so far, Greer is doing the right thing. Only time will tell, though. Only time will tell, man. I'm really tired of Miami bringing in these superstars that we've been bringing in the last couple of years, and we really do need to develop our players on our team and take a leap forward. Do you think the Patriots ever have salary cap issues? How are they in the AFC Championship game and they spend less than us on the O-line? Maybe if Jesse Davis was in New England, he would be okay. Can y'all imagine that? That's a real thing. If you look at him in Miami, I don't care where he go, he a bum. But maybe if he was in New England, he would be okay. Because everyone wants to play for them. You're right. And in a lot of organizations too, everybody wants to coach for them. It's not just players, it's coaches too. I want to have the opportunity to be the next coach, not Rizzy. I want to have the opportunity to be the next defensive coordinator, not this guy, not the DB coach. I'm the linebacker coach. That's the DB coach. I want to be the next defensive coordinator. They scheming against each other. It makes me feel like I need to back off of Burke a little bit too. Even though I was just mad, it just shows that he certainly ain't ready for no type of promotion anytime soon. He ain't even close to being there. But who in the heck is developing him? Who is developing him? They just letting him be the coach. You was behind Vance Joseph. Time for you to step up. Can you do it? But who's developing him? Maybe he is being developed, though. He just ain't working out. But that's the question. On every level, in every position, that's always going to be the question. Maybe they are working with them, but are they developing them? Or is he just not there? Once you get on 560 AM Sports Talk in Miami, they'll come find you, TD. Yeah, I know. The Sports Talk, they got to want me, man. I would love to talk about this on the radio to the masses, a bigger crowd of Dolphin fans, to get them to see the real picture, man. I know I'll turn 560 AM ratings from here to there, man. They already ranked 9th. They're the 9th rated in Miami right now. Radio stations, they're number 9. They're number 9. I know I'll bring them in the top quartile, 2 or 3. I know it. But you know, they requirement somebody who's been doing this type of stuff for 3+ years and different stuff like that. But I applied anyway. I already told y'all that. I applied anyway. I don't care what the qualifications is. I applied anyway. If I can reach more Dolphin fans, I want to. Make sense of stuff. Not just give my opinion because it's my opinion, but give my opinion because look at what the facts are telling us. I've been going for a long time, man. This is TD Fans Talk, man. I was supposed to be making a video for our what was that? I don't know, I already forgot, man. I was supposed to be making my next video on whether or not we tanking or not. I did. I put that in my experience YouTube channel. I put it all. I know how to fill out an application, just so y'all know. TD, can read my comment from before, please? Let me see, man. You got to bring that to Skip Bayless. Listen, let me tell you something. I don't want to bring this to no Skip Bayless because ESPN and stuff, they hold you hostage. Yeah, that may be true, but that's controversial, so don't say that. I ain't got time for that. The truth is the truth. The truth is the truth, man. Going to continue to share your vids on all my social media networks. Appreciate you, Vicky. And some of y'all been really looking out for me in ways that you wouldn't even believe, not even donations. I'm getting subscribers that's messaging me now saying, I was told to come check your channel out by this person or that person. That's big time, man. Thank everybody who share my videos and get in these chat comments about Dolphins and say, you got to go check out TD Fans Talk. Thank all y'all. Thank all y'all. That's the ultimate love, man. Of course, donations help this channel inside out. They help me keep doing this. But that's also real love, man. Come on, man. But let me go back to your message. Let me see. Where is he? Anthony Manzano. Let me see if I can find it. TD, can you read my comment, please? Anthony, let me find it. All right, TD, I trust the new general manager not panic. Wait, TD, I trust the new general manager not panic in this year's draft to trade up for a QB. Instead, we draft the BPA in the draft someone like Greedy Williams because he studied under Bill Poland. Let me say this. Let me say this. No matter what we do in the draft, we can get a quarterback first round, offensive lineman, linebacker, cornerback, defensive lineman. No matter what we do in the draft, if it's one of those positions, don't complain. When you're rebuilding, filling a hole is filling a hole. Understand that. If we get a quarterback this year in the draft first round, don't get mad because Tua's coming out in 2020. Because I need y'all to understand this as well. There ain't even no guarantees you gonna get Tua. Not only that, we need to stop focusing on the future. Tom Brady said something on Sunday that hit home to me. To all his little Instagram subscribers, I'm not subscribing because I don't like the guy. But I saw it. I saw it. He had a picture of him in the stadium in like one of the owner's boxes. You can tell it was one of the owner's boxes because the glass in front of him and you can see the whole field. Just standing there looking at the field by himself, empty stadium, not even a person walking on the field, just a completely empty stadium. That tells you he probably got there at what, 8 a.m.? Just standing there in there. And his caption at the bottom, here's what it read. Today was the only day that mattered. That was his caption. Today is the only day that matters. We got to stop worrying about Tua's coming out here. Tua's coming out there. Or this guy's coming out here. We need to wait for that and tank for that. Do you know what tanking also does? Tanking means you're not even fairly evaluating the talent you currently have on the team. You're holding yourself back. That's already a losing mentality. You have to tank to go get a player you want? Where they do that at? And wherever they do that at, they always a losing franchise anyway. Every time. They still a losing franchise. Even the teams that tanked, they're still a losing franchise. How you going to tank and put your players in position to have less production, which means you're not even, see, you should be evaluating every member of your roster every day, not just every game, but every day. And on game day, that's a bigger weight. What do they produce? So you want to see everybody on your roster play their best football at all times, and you want to put them in positions to be successful. Because if you tank, that means you don't have the answer on about 30 players now of their potential talent just for one that might not even work out to be a stud anyway, might be a bust. Might be a bust. But if you didn't tank, out of them 30 players, you might actually find out that 4 of them are actually starting to come into their own, and I would have never knew this if we tanked. I don't believe in that tank crap. You fall where you fall. Your football team is what your football team is. See, y'all just want to take shortcuts to rebuild. Y'all want to take shortcuts. Not realizing the shortcuts dig you an even deeper hole. 9 times out of 10. No, 99 times out of 100. Let's make that a little worse. Tell me a team that you remember tanked that won a Super Bowl. Tell me a team that you remember tanked that won a Super Bowl. They might have got their star quarterback. Did it mean anything? Did it mean anything? Matter of fact, another thing it does, it makes you hide the fact that some of the players on your roster are busts. But since you tanked, you still think you got a good player. Now you done got your quarterback. Now all of a sudden you see you're a bust. You could have saw he was a bust a year or 2 ago. But you tanked. The positions you were putting the team in, you won't know who's good or not. I don't know, y'all. Maybe I just see things different. And on this matter about tanking, I think I do see this one different from a lot of people. Because boy, these comment sections be flooded with tank. Let me tell y'all something. I don't want anybody who on this channel to ever get in their feelings. Don't ever get in your feelings because you feel like I'm criticizing you and what you believe is wrong. Just because I have a different opinion than you, I don't want you getting in your feelings. But what I will say, if you listen to me and you actually believe what I'm saying and say, you know what, I didn't think of it that way. He is right. Maybe not. I don't know. But if you ever feel that way, maybe he's right. And you hear me say things like, no, that's just stupid. I'm not talking to you, calling you stupid. I'm calling what you thought stupid, but not you, because you haven't heard the logic that makes sense. You haven't heard any logic out there that makes sense to you. And now you've been presented one. So please don't get offended if I say, like tanking. A lot of y'all on here right now, some of y'all, we real cool. We tight. Some of y'all, we chat on a personal level. Some of y'all said, oh, we need to tank. That don't mean I'm calling you stupid. But I think it's stupid to tank. But if what I say makes sense and you change your thought process based off of what I say, don't get offended. Just say, hey, I'm no longer ignorant. Some people think the word ignorant is a bad word. Some people think the word ignorant is a bad word. I argued with my wife one time. I was like, when I said you were ignorant, I wasn't trying to be disrespectful. That's just like if you looked at me and said, you're ignorant to makeup. I'm not going to take offense to it. Because I am. I don't know nothing about no makeup. I have no idea. Well, for some reason, the word ignorant has turned so negative. We're all ignorant about something. But the true meaning of ignorance is just uninformed, just misinformed. You got it, Adam. It's just you don't know anything about that subject. You're ignorant to it. I'm ignorant to ballerinas. I'm ignorant to makeup. I'm ignorant to. It's not a negative word, man. It's not. It means you were ignorant to that topic on the Dolphins or whatever. And that ain't me testing your fanhood. But that's what I'm here for. I feel like I add value because I see things in a way because I have the time. Some of y'all don't have the time, but I have the time to evaluate the ins and outs of the franchise. I got the time to sit around and read articles all day. I got the time to pull up Greer interviews of not his interview of what happened to the Miami Dolphins, but an interview of him talking to college players about success, just his own personal stuff that y'all will never see. I may go look at that Greer just to understand his thought process. I got time to do all that. So it helps me understand the person. So when the person does something, I know their tendencies and their behaviors. So it helps me draw conclusions about what's really going on. I have that time. Some of y'all don't. So don't be offended. But if you actually hear what I say and you agree, please, at no point do I ever mean any disrespect to anybody just because I disagree or I get passionate sometimes. That's really what it is. Be like, that's just dumb. That's stupid. I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking to you. It's the passion sometimes that certain words. And yeah, I can use better word choices. But I'm doing what I love to do, so I choose not to. Now, if I'm on a 560 QAM or something, of course, I'm going to be right in line and I'm going to use the right words that never offend anybody and to just keep drawing people the right way. But hey, this is me. I'm doing me, you know? Love the passion. Appreciate you, man. Tanking and rebuilding are two different things. That ultimately gives you the same result. Do they give you the same result? Rebuilding is rebuilding. Tanking is actually, it could be hurting you though, because now you're not able to truly evaluate the current talent that you have. Tanking suppresses your evaluation of the talent you have. I know what you meant though. I know what you meant. Sadly, TD logic had damn near became a dirty word anymore. And it's so sad to witness. Sadly, TD logic had damn near become a dirty word. That is sad. I don't want my logic to become a dirty word or people look at it like, this idiot, this fool don't know what he's talking about. Keep your enemies close, follow and subscribe to Brady and the Patriots. I will use this year to evaluate young players like Luke Falk, Gesicki, Kalen Balazs, Isaac Asiata while waiting for Tua. Sometimes you even got to get your mind off of Tua. Get your mind off of Tua. Do you know that there are some quarterbacks that's actually performing better than Tua, but they play for a small school? So they're not on the national stage. The only reason you know Tua's name is because of the team he plays for and the stage he has. Y'all didn't even know nothing about Clemson's quarterback until you saw him on the biggest stage. There are some quarterbacks out here that actually look better, but they may play for a small school, and their only knock on them is, well, they don't have no competition. But how many times I got to tell you, these college quarterbacks in these big programs that have a big stage, they ain't got competition either. You know why? They sit back there in the pocket with no pressure. They get to show their arm strength. They get to show their accuracy. But we never get a picture of them under pressure doing it. You know, the only quarterback I remember we got a picture doing all of that stuff, and that was Tim Tebow. He couldn't even throw the ball. Couldn't even throw the ball. I'm not saying Tua won't be that guy, but ain't it funny how we always just go for the biggest name and the national champion winner and this and that? Did Brady win a national championship? Because I really don't know. I know. But did Brady win a national championship? What school did Brady go to? Y'all let me know. What school did Brady go to in college? Michigan? I know Brady did good in Michigan, but was he the superstar in college? Was he a Heisman candidate? Was Brady a Heisman candidate? Did Brady go to any national championships? Yeah, I know what school he went to. You know, sometimes I got to test the people that's in this room. When the chat section go blank for a long time when I ask a question, it just tells me nobody even knows anyway. It would have further proved my point, to be honest with you. But Michigan. Did he win any national championships? Was he a Heisman candidate? Was he a conference player of the year or anything like that? He wasn't the starter at first? Brady was a backup when they won a national title to Brian Greasy. No wins, huh? To be honest, I don't even remember Brady in college. Nobody does. It's the point I'm getting at. Nobody knew Brady was even a backup. I'm surprised America Today said that. I wonder, America Today, did you know that while he was in college? Or you know that because you know Brady's history because of who he became? Nobody remember Brady in college. Do y'all get my point here? Do you get my point? Should I just kill it and say hell no? He was a part-time quarterback. I did. Hey, you knew a lot about college football then, D. Howard. D. Howard, you knew a lot about college football if you knew that. Kudos to you, homie. I'm just a big Michigan fan. I figured that too, because that was going to be my next question. If you would have said, yeah, I knew America Today, I was going to be like, do you follow Michigan on a regular? And you came up and you said, I'm a big Michigan fan. Back up to Greasy for 2 years and won a national title as a backup. But yes, your point is 100. He was good, but didn't do nothing. And I'm going to be 100 with y'all. This is what irks me when I hear our fans talking about a Tua, this and that. It kind of irks me. Please, on this channel, let's start thinking bigger. Let's start thinking bigger than the obvious. The obvious continues to make you miss the playoffs. I got to pull something up. Y'all give me 1 second, all right? I'm pulling up QBs drafted in the first round since 2000. Y'all bear with me, man. Y'all give me 1 second, man. I need to split my screen real quick. There we go. All right. Let's see. QBs drafted in the first round, y'all. That's what we about to go over. Chad Marshawn, thank you, man. What's up, TD? God bless you and your family. Thank you for the donation, man. I appreciate you, and thank you for loving on the family. Same to yours, man. You helping me be able to do this, do this channel, man, by donating like that. It helps me do what I do, man. How do I just see the chat? I don't want to see myself on the screen. I just want to see the chat while I look at this list. All right. And y'all be wondering, and y'all notice I ain't been talking about Tannehill at all. This is not about Tannehill, y'all. Let's get that straight, okay? If I can get this list. All right, it's loading, man. Guess it's a lot of information. All right, start the slide. All right, man. Hold on, y'all. I think I got it up now. All right, so we start out with Patrick Mahomes. That's a good pick. Jamarcus Russell. What y'all think about him? Number 1 overall pick. Jamarcus Russell, y'all. Jamarcus Russell. Is he still in the NFL? Wait, let me read the bio. He's arguably the biggest bust in NFL draft history. Okay, let me keep going. Paxton Lynch, first round pick. We're going to keep going. Brady Quinn. Is he still in the league? Is Brady? No, Brady Quinn ain't in the league. Johnny Manziel. What happened to him? Johnny Manziel, y'all. This has been a disaster from the start. That's the headline on here. Let me keep going. Jake Locker. These are like some of the top quarterback picks in the draft. All right? Okay, let me keep going. Tim Tebow. Let me keep going. Let me keep going. They should have gave that man more chance, man. But anyway, all right. Who we got now? EJ Manuel. Gosh, he was the first round pick. I forgot. Nah, it's just it's going top 50, right? For some reason, it's like a 50 countdown. I'm at 41. No particular order. Keep going. Brandon Weeden. Hey, y'all, have we only named one of them that's good so far? Mahomes, and we still need to see more of him to make sure. But Mahomes, the only one. We done been through 10 already, and we're at 1. One that we could say, Brandon Weeden. Is he still in the league? Is he still in the league? Yeah, he is still in the league, actually. Wow. It says he's still in the league. Oh, my gosh. Backups in Dallas and Houston since. Oh, my gosh. Let me keep going, man. Let me keep going. All right. Matt Leonard. I don't even know how to pronounce it, but that's probably why. Matt Leonard, however you pronounce it. Wow. Next. Christian Ponder. He's still in the league, but wow. Ponder led Minnesota to a 10-6 record and a playoff berth in 2012. He was signed by San Francisco in 2016 and remains. He's a free agent right now, y'all. He didn't even play this year. He remains a free agent. Let me keep going. Chicago, number 2 overall pick. Matt Trubisky. Some would argue average. Should we give him a point? Should we give another point, y'all? Matt Trubisky? Y'all let me know. I got to go off of y'all. Y'all let me know. Matt Trubisky. I'll wait on y'all. Should I give him a point? He's young, though. 2017 when he came in. But is he living up? Let me see. When was he selected? Is he living up to be the number 2 overall pick so far? Half point. You get a point or you don't. Let me know. Nah, Trubisky needs a few more years. So he ain't got a point because we gave Mahomes a point already. He all right. As the number 2 pick overall, number 2 overall. That's what we talking about here. For making playoffs, sure. I'm seeing more no's. He's not bad so far. Trubisky, yeah, he get a point. Okay, because he didn't play. That's why nobody knew who Brady Wolf and Trubisky trash. Yeah, a point. I'm going to give him a point. He's young. The Bears had a good season. I'm not a fan of the kid, but given how long he's been in the league, I'm going to give him a point, though. Because I want to be generous in this whole thing. Just to show you with even me being generous, I'm going to show you a point. We gave him a point, though. All right, who's next? Let's see. J.P. Lossman. Y'all probably don't even know who that is. Oh, man. And we haven't even reached not one of the 50 Dolphin quarterbacks yet. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. Man, he was a first-round pick by Buffalo. All right, here we go. Here we go. Let me see. Let's go to the next one. Blaine Gabbert. Blaine Gabbert, y'all. Do I give him a point? Y'all let me know, man. Do I? Oh, man. He good. Hell yeah. LOL. Hey, cool name. Hey, man, I need to know yes or no. Do I give Blaine Gabbert a point? No, hell no. No, heck no. I'm just making sure, okay? Just making sure. Because he held it down now. He held it down on the franchise. Oh, let me keep going, man. And people literally, boy, they be ready to run in the draft. Draft the QB, draft it. Let me keep going. But you know what was crazy about all of this? Half of them I name though, coming into the NFL, we need to take this guy. We need to take this. That's the point I'm making here. It ain't the fact of what they turned out to be. It's the fact that people coveted them and wanted them bad. That's the point I'm trying to make. Next one. Patrick Ramsey. Oh, my gosh. Patrick Ramsey. I didn't even know he was a first-round pick for Washington. Patrick Ramsey, y'all. No, he ain't getting a point. We already know that. But Patrick Ramsey. Like, when I first read it, I was like, what Jalen Ramsey doing on this list? Yeah, I give him a point. But then it hit me. Wow. Next. Kyle Bowler. First round pick. Some of y'all don't even know who he is. Let me keep going. I ain't got to explain. Let's go to the next one. David Carr. I give David Carr a point. Well, let me see what y'all think. We had 2 so far. Do y'all give David Carr a point? Carr point, yeah. I agree. No question in my book. Carr was given the impossible task of leading a new franchise, and he took an NFL record 76 sacks as a rookie in 2002. Carr never had a winning record in 5 seasons as a Texan starter, and he spent the second half of his career as a backup. Let me tell y'all something. Carr's in Oakland now, right? Somebody, y'all say no, David. I'm going to talk about this real quick because just reading that, it makes me want to talk about it. He's in Oakland, right? Let me make sure we talk about the same Carr. Different Carr? Raiders. Why up? Oh, never mind. Raiders. Yeah. No, Derek Carr. Oh, never mind. He don't get a point. I'm talking about Derek Carr. Oh my gosh, he almost got a point. That's his brother. Hey, but that ain't cool. But look at that. His brother, NFL record, 76 sacks as a rookie. 5 years, never even had a shot, never had an O-line, y'all. That's his brother. I almost gave him a point. Hey, your brother almost gave you points on me. Your brother almost helped you out. On to the next one, man. We done been through 18 quarterbacks and we got 2. And one of them we had to say, yeah. And the other one is just a rookie. And we amazed about what he's doing. Still got time to find out. Here we go, next one. Joey Harrington, y'all. Do we give Joey Harrington a point? Do we give Joey Harrington a point? I thought you were talking about Derek. I thought I was talking about Derek. Oh my gosh, this is too much. Oh, TD, you gotta chill, man. You gotta chill. Oh man, put Harrington on the bench. Hey, Joey Harrington, but guess what? Number 3 overall pick. Boy, y'all, hey, but y'all want to rush in the draft. Y'all want to rush in the draft, boy. Here we go. What's the next one? Josh Freeman. He's still playing. Josh Freeman. Do we give Josh Freeman a point? Josh Freeman, y'all. Do we give him a point? He's been in the league 9 years now. Freeman looks promising in his second season when he threw 25 touchdowns and 6 interceptions, leading the Bucs to a 10-6 record. That unraveled over the next 2 seasons, however, and he was released in 2013. He played as a backup for the Vikings, Giants, Colts, just mixing them around. Freeman is attempting a comeback with the Montreal Elliott. Ain't he in the CFL? Oh, my God, boy. I ain't know that. Wow. Oh, my gosh. No, yes, for keeping a job. He in the CFL, man. He ain't in the league. I was wrong. This just says present because he still plays football. Oh, my God. Let's go to the next one. Jason Campbell. What's up, y'all? Jason Campbell? I'm not going to waste my time. Let me keep going. Let me move a little faster because some of these are give-ins. Oh, my gosh. All right, next. RG3. Woo! That's a good one, y'all. RG3. Do we give him a point? Number 2 overall pick. See, the question ain't, do you just give him a point as a quarterback? Do you give him a point for being a first-round pick? And he was number 2 overall. Number 2 overall. RG3. Unfortunately, he don't get no point. You're the number 2 overall, and you nowhere to be heard of right now. You came in 2012. Only 7 years, and you're nowhere to be heard of. Sorry, bro. Yeah, I'm sorry. He don't get one in my books. And some of y'all agree. Yes, he got hurt. So what's the problem? We talk about other quarterbacks that get hurt. RG3, 3 ACL tears. Bust. Injury bust. However you want to call it. However you want to call it. No, you don't give him points. You don't give him points. RG3, 1 point. The injury effed him up. Yeah, hey, some of y'all the same ones that say your best availability is durability, whatever. No. He ruined his own career taking too many hits, too many risks. You can say that too. Mobile quarterbacks. Mahomes better be careful. You better be careful. Next. Deshaun Watson. I'll give him a point. Even if some of y'all disagree. I got to move faster. Blake Bortles. This is a hard one. Hey. Do we get Blake? Do we oh Jesus. Do we give Blake Bortles a point? What's up, Rip? Do we give Blake Bortles a point? Y'all hurry up, man. I got to get through this. Do you give Blake Bortles a point? Negative points. Hey, I just want to make sure I ain't being biased, man. Bortles the coach. Okay. Bring him into Miami then. How you? Hey, you want that? Who said that? L. Burgess, you want to bring him to Miami? Oh man, we talk about drafted quarterbacks like the top 50 or something like that in the last 20 years, man, in the first round. Here we go. Byron Leftwich. Byron Leftwich, y'all. I ain't gonna waste my time. I think I gave somebody a point that I shouldn't have. Are we at 2 or 3? Y'all let me know in the comment section. But y'all let me know in the comment. Are we at 2 or 3? I think I put a finger up just to put one up. Or y'all let me know if I'm wrong. 2, 3, 3. Just because. 3. Okay. All right. Teddy Bridgewater. First round pick. The former Vikings first round pick missed most of last 2 seasons because of a gruesome leg injury, but he returned as a backup role last season and will get a new release on his contract with New York as he tries to thrive there. Teddy Bridgewater, you at 2. You gave Carr the 3rd point. Thank you. I knew I was at 2. Well, Mahomes, Watson, Trubisky. They right. They right. Wait, Trubisky, we didn't give Trubisky, did we? Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did. He got us into the playoffs. Watson, I gave him 2. We had 3. You're right. No points for Bridgewater? Still up in the air. Then that's no. Rex Grossman. No. On to the next one. Some of these I'm going to answer because I'm going to be honest. I got to get out of here soon. Vince Young. Vince Young, y'all. Vince Young. I'm going to leave that one to y'all. I'm going to leave that one to y'all. I don't know if y'all knows from the last person or Vince Young. Vince Young. Yes or no? We almost through it, y'all. I still don't get what's going on, TD. LOL. Rip, you way behind, man. This is almost a 3-hour stream, bro. Just fall in. We naming quarterbacks. Are they a bust or not? As a first-round pick. And Vince Young was number 3 overall. Did he live up to number 3 overall hype? Vince had a cup of coffee in the league. Not for a first-round pick. Young. I mean, I don't think he gets it either. Let's keep going. Sam Bradford. Some of y'all may not like Sam. I'm going to give Sam a point. I'm going to give Sam a point. Am I wrong, y'all? Most overpaid draft pick of the last 15 years is the highlight here. I'm going to give Sam a point. I'm going to give Sam a point. No? 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 Is he still playing for the Lions? He can air it out, but y'all say no. Okay, no it is. Ryan Tannehill, baby. Ryan Tannehill. If he'll know, he'll know. Keep it 100. Don't go off of being a fan. Okay, thanks, Adam. Yes, no, you're right. He get a point. Yes, 2 points. No, yeah, man. Hey, I guess we just gonna play that game. We giving Ryan Tannehill a point, man. He gets 10 points. We'll skip Ryan, man. I don't even want him in this conversation because it's gonna be biased either way, man. Jameis Winston. Whoa, that's a good one. Number 1 overall, though, y'all. The first pick in the draft. Jameis Winston. Jameis Winston. What y'all think? On the fence? No, we on Jameis Winston right now. No, yes. Bust. Hell no. Hell no. No. Ain't no Winston. Y'all being tough. I was actually going to give him a point. Man, y'all tough. I don't know. Winston, no point for stealing lobsters. 0 points for. Dang, I might have gave Winston a point. I don't know, but hey, let's move on. Let's move on. Marcus Mariota. Hurry up, y'all. Marcus Mariota, baby. Marcus Mariota. Remember, this is a hate-free zone. Your answer is hate-free. Iffy. No. Number 2 overall. Now, I'm going to be honest. I was like, yeah, that is a tough one. But number 2 overall? No. Marcus, yeah. Yes, no playoffs. Verdict still out. Needs a great line, maybe. No. That's a no. That's a no, man. Here we go. Jared Goff. His record is 11-11 or something like that. Number 1 overall for the Rams. Jared Goff. I think it's early. You got to give it to him. You have to. No, yes. That's enough. All right. Mark Sanchez, we will keep going. Chad Pennington, we will keep going. Jay Cutler. My computer got a virus. Jay Cutler just came on the screen. Oh my God. I need a new computer. I already broke my laptop. I need a new computer. Oh my God. Jay Cutler came in my face. I was having a good day. Oh my gosh. Sorry, y'all. Let's move on. Carson Wentz. That's a good one. We talk about straight up injury prone, but he was an MVP candidate. I'm going to give him a point, but we got to see the rest of his career, man. 2 years in a row, back-to-back injury like that. Y'all can say no, but I'm going to give him a point. But the rest of his career, that can turn into a no fast, y'all. It could turn into a no fast. We had 5. Andrew Luck, yes, we had 6. Carson Palmer. I say yes to Carson Palmer. No, he hasn't won, but he's held his franchise down for a long time, and he's played well. Yes. Okay. Matthew Stafford. Y'all hear him? Let me know. Say Stafford yes or Stafford no. For lasting so long in this league, yes. 50-50 on him. Yes. That's a yes then. Pafford, no. Hope, no. Stafford, yeah, no. Stafford equals bum, yes. I don't know, man. I'm gonna give him the yes, y'all, because it's too mixed. I told y'all we gonna at least be lenient. But he was the number 1 overall pick too, though. The first one draft. I'm gonna give him a yes. Let's keep moving though. Alex Smith. Y'all let me know. Alex Smith. Yes. What overall? Yes. Yeah. But he ain't do it all. True. No. Yes. No. Yes. Yeah. All right. He gets it. All right. Look like the bottom of this list working out better, man. Mike Vick, yes. Joe Flacco won a Super Bowl, ain't did nothing since. Ain't been to the playoffs since until this year, and he didn't even lead them there. What do y'all think about that? Let's say Flacco. Is he elite? That's the tagline that continues to follow Flacco, who led the Ravens to a victory in the Super Bowl. Flacco never has put up big numbers, but he's 10-5 in the playoffs. Now he needs to get the Ravens back in the playoffs. We're going to give Flacco a yes, man. We're going to give him a yes. Phillip Rivers, yes. I see what's going on. The top of this list. Eli Manning, yes. Cam Newton, y'all let me know. Hurry up, because I got to go. Cam Newton. We're going to start Cam Newton. Y'all still on Flacco. Cam Newton. Let me know. Cam Newton. Cam, yes. No. Yes. Yup. Yes. Yeah. Cam Newton. I see what's happening now. Matt Ryan, yes. Ben Roethlisberger, yes. Aaron Rodgers, yes. Now I understand what the list was. Because there's a disclosure on this list that says there's over 300 quarterbacks that have come in since 2000. Here are the top 50. Do y'all realize we didn't get consecutive yeses? They actually had Mahomes way up there in the 40s, remember, because he's so new. But y'all realize that we didn't, the top 50, we didn't hit yes until the last 7. Everybody else, the other 40, we literally picked like 4 out of 40. 4 out of 40, y'all. And we got too many yeses now. That's because the bottom of the list are all your great players. It was actually a ranking. I thought they were going to give me like all 300 quarterbacks, but they only gave me 50. So I didn't understand the 50, but now I do. That was the top 50. Do y'all realize out of the top 50, when it was all said and done, 40 of them was like, wow, they were in the top 50? 40 of those guys that we like, hell no, were in the top 50 drafted in the last since 2000. Can you believe that? It's the list I wanted because it proves. You see the top 10? Well, technically, like the top, let me go to where it was a definitely no. Oh, I done closed the screen out. Crap. Hold on. Let me go to where we know that ain't no somebody say maybe we get lucky. Statistics say you won't. That's the point. Statistics say you won't get lucky. Mike Vick, yeah, he's good. Alec, yeah. All right. I'm going to wherever we left off, where we were like, we started our nose. Number 14, y'all. 13 quarterbacks that were drafted in the year 2000 in the first round to now. We said like 13 quarterbacks. You know who number 14 was? The 14th ranked one drafted since then? The 14th ranked one was Jay Cutler in 2006. Y'all see what I'm talking about? And actually, that's even crazy. That means Tannehill actually wasn't that bad. He was up here around like 19 or something. This is their career since last year. It didn't include this year, since last year. That's why I got Jay Cutler 2006 to present, 2017. Now, do y'all understand what I'm saying? And we didn't even talk about the other 250 quarterbacks that didn't even make the list. Well, we talk about first round, though. These are all your first round quarterbacks, y'all. First round quarterbacks. The top 50. The top 50. Didn't we draft another one in the top? In the first round or something before? Hey, man, this TD Fans Talk, man. We've had some fun today, guys. I'm about to end the stream because I need to go pick up my babies. But we going on strong, man. We strong. We going on almost 3.5 hours of this stream, man. I really hope y'all enjoyed this stream, man. We talked about some good stuff. Pat White, yep. He didn't even make the list. So we're not talking about 14 out of 50. It's more like 14 out of 150 drafted in the first round. You usually get like 4 quarterbacks drafted a year in the first round. So maybe not 150. We got about 20 years. It's probably about 100. It's probably about 100 quarterbacks that was drafted in the first round. Some years it's 5. I've seen 6 go in the first round. He wasn't? Okay. Cleo Lemon, I don't know if he was first round. But yeah, man. And we always talk about go get this guy, that guy in the draft. But you know how many of those top 50, when they went in that first round, it was like, we need to get him. That's the guy. That's the guy. Let's be honest here. Let's go back and be honest. A lot of those guys, people were craving them. Man, we got to get that guy. We got to get this one in the first round. Oh, Tannehill ain't the only first rounder since Marino. Chad Pennington. Chad Pennington was a first-round draft pick. Don't throw out them false facts, L. Burgess. I'm going to catch you. I don't know everything, but I know enough. You're dang it, TD, but school messed me up. I wish I was here for it, TD, dang, but school messed me up. Hey, this video, as soon as I'm done, about 20 minutes later, it might be 30 minutes later because we 3.5 hours strong. It's gonna load on my channel anyway. You can go back and replay the whole show. But we talked about some good stuff today. And I think a lot of people on here can agree. A lot of people on here, I think they can agree. Y'all let me know in the chat section. Did y'all enjoy the show today, man? Did y'all enjoy the show today, man? Please let me know in the chat section before I get out of here because I got to get my sons and I cannot be late. I cannot be late, man. Real, I know what you mean. I love the live. Yes, always do, TD. Just imagine if we drafted Drew Brees in the first round. Today was fun. Cool, cool. Comment on the Caldwell hiring. Let's do that later. If I got a little time later, I'll go back live. I got to go work out today still. Last night, me and the wife worked out together. I didn't go live because we were limited on time. We got 45 minutes in, but we got a hard 45 minutes in. Keep up the great, honest work, TD. You and Doug are the best. Pennington was awful. He got us to the playoffs. I love this show, brother. Appreciate you, man. TD, what you doing for the draft? I'm going to be with y'all. Y'all going to be right here with me. First time watcher, really enjoy. We'll be smashing the subscribe button. Hurry up and do it before you forget. I'm late for work for TD. Good show today. I appreciate y'all. I need to go change the title. It started with Adam Gase, y'all. This started with Adam Gase. Man, I'm going to change the title so other people can watch it too, man. But this TD Fans Talk, got to go get the babies, y'all. Love y'all, love y'all, love y'all. Thank y'all for y'all love. Thank y'all for y'all support. Thank y'all for hanging out with TD Fans Talk. Everybody who donated to the channel, thank you so much. If you're interested in buying a TD Fans Talk shirt and you want to support the channel, I have this and a few other ones. Hit me up an email at tdfanstalk@yahoo.com. Again, that's tdfanstalk@yahoo.com. Buying a shirt definitely helps support the channel, but you also at least get something for it, man. But hey, guys, this is TD Fans Talk. I'm out. I love y'all. I had fun today. I'll catch y'all later on, hopefully tonight, man, depending on the wife on what we got to do. But we shall see, man. I appreciate you putting the link, Adam. But hey, y'all, I'm out, y'all. Peace. I got to watch this again. Thanks, boss. You read 5 of my 6 comments. Hey, that's good because most people be like, you read 1 of my 10. Hey, I'm out, y'all. Oh, I missed the button. I don't want to leave. I'm having so much fun, but I got to go. All right.